for the past 40 minutes by yourself.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know how, but I mean, I'm not complaining because the call will never drop as long as I don't drop it. The call will never drop.
Here it is, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know why it doesn't send you the link. That's interesting.
Good question.
It is the right thing. It just doesn't feel like being a link, I guess.
Doesn't feel like it.
So hello everyone. I noticed Apex was hiding lore from me like little bitches.
That's YouTube. Yeah.
So we decided to go over the loading screen lore.
I'm only here for the Mirage pork chop recipe.
Oh, that's in here?
Yeah, it's Humble Wit on season 3.
Oh my god, we'll get to that.
It's the first one for season 3, so we'll get there pretty quick.
Yeah, alright. We'll just start with the King's Canyon Classic. Once a simple settlement on the planet Solace, dating back to the earliest expeditions to the frontier, the island known as King's Canyon didn't thrive until a century later, when the now defunct I Am Bitches built several outposts centered around scientific research and development. Definitely not human torture and experimentation. In fact, it's rumored that the IMC conducted experiments using phase shift technology here, although explorers have yet to find any evidence that proves this. To blow off steam, IMC soldiers stationed here would complete in Gladiator as combat arenas in which they named the Thunderdome. Years later, when the Senate commissioned the rebuilding of the Kings Canyon Island as the home of their new Bloodsport, they insisted the Thunderdome remain untouched. A tribute to the earliest known predecessor of what we what we know today as the Apex games. I'm pretty sure that's a lie now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Thunderdome is now gone. So that was a fucking lie.
The Thunderdome's gone, Skulltown's gone, all of it got like blown away, and I'm like, bruh, the Thunderdome was so cool.
So that was a fucking lie.
Here, I'll go for the next one. Battle Charge. Native to the frontier, Leviathans roam the majority of the planet that contain rich vegetation. Although classified as omnivores by the IMC's Animal and Wildlife Research Division, these 400-meter-tall creatures mainly consume fruits and vegetables as their primary diet. The majestic Leviathans may seem intimidating due to the gigantic size, but they are hardly aggressive, considered only dangerous when in close proximity to highly populated areas due to the overwhelming power of their movement. To protect research facilities, cities, and colonies near Leviathan territories, the IMC developed repulsor towers, dog whistle towers, to emit high-frequency sounds that only Leviathans could hear, which kept the creatures at a safe distance. However, if a tower were to fall, please evacuate quickly. Your life may depend on it.
So I just want to know the fucking biology of these things, because the amount of size that they have is not sustainable.
It's not, especially for how they say the vast vegetation of Kings Canyon. There's not that much.
Yeah.
Also, I like that little. That's literally a subtle nod to next season.
Yeah.
If they were to fall, run. And you know why I know that? Because they already have season 15 planned.
Really? Damn.
Season 15 right now is planned.
Legends.
Right? Unlike, Fortnite that delays their seasons by months at a time. They like, oh yeah, we have like 12 seasons ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna read all the Bloodhound ones because Bloodhound's voice is fun. So you read the Gibby one that's next.
Okay. Being an Apex Legend takes courage, strength, and confidence. Or as some call it, just being Gibraltar. we all put passion in our matches and fight like each day depends on it. My work with SARAS, I don't know what that is, taught me that.
I believe that's the search and rescue something. Like that's the that's what his parents founded.
Yeah, I forgot. Okay. You need to love what you do, care about what you do, and believe in your ability to do what you do. My parents taught me that. Finally, brothers, trust those around you, protect those around you. Never forget that no matter how big you are, the world is always bigger. The Apex games taught me that. Let's go change a life.
I fucking I do really love I genuinely love Gibby, but and that's his outfit that is in one of his skins.
Oh, the Tusk, the Malayan Tusk.
Yeah, which is still a shit skin, but it's cool that they included it in a loading screen.
He looks better with the face paint. Like if you look, there's no face paint. He looks better with the face paint.
Yeah. But I find it funny how he's talking about people you can trust, and like as the seasons go on, more and more untrustworthy characters get added. Like at first, the only untrustworthy person in the game was Caustic, but now we have Rev, Loba, and don't tell me Loba's fucking trustworthy. She's out for her own skin. Crypto to an extent.
Well, I mean, he did kind of destroy.
Yeah. Well, crypto means
Mirage.
well for the most part.
Well, now he does. In the past, he was doing it for his own gain. Now,
Yeah.
since Watson got to him, he's kind of
True.
better. Who else?
Fuse, because Fuse, he might not be a bad guy, but he's fucking reckless as all get out.
Valkyrie?
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on Valk.
Yeah. Even if she's given up her vengeance for her father thing, I still have trouble trusting anyone who worked for the fucking IMC and
I guarantee you that Valk is out for Wraith, because Wraith is the next pilot. I guarantee you Valk in later on in the story is gonna be gunning for Wraith.
Valk has a ton of lines saying that she's done with seeking revenge because she got tired of it, essentially.
Yeah, but like there's still subtle nods where I wouldn't be surprised if, because she might not know Wraith is a pilot yet.
Yeah.
So if that's ever hinted to,
and
I feel like
Wraith's pilot is and Wraith's pilot origin is coming back into prominence because they brought it up that Bangalore is a pilot life, and Wraith was like, "Hey, I was a pilot. I could probably figure out what's on that thing." So
yeah, I feel like Bangalore's hiding a lot. Like
she is. She got very defensive over the knife. She's like, "Oh no, it's just a knife.
It's just hentai."
Yeah. Imagine it's her brother's hentai stash, because it was her brother's knife. So
he said, "Don't open it. Don't open it. Whatever you do, it's encrypted stuff. Don't open it." In reality, he accidentally gave it to her, and it's just his hentai collection.
It's like, seriously, just don't open it. I promise it's nothing interesting.
Promise. In reality, it's just 50 terabytes. Okay.
Right. Yeah. It is a gift to be an Apex legend, but the true test is in the eyes of the Allfather. Each day brings me closer to honoring my fly fighters, who have put their lives ahead of my own. For them, I'm prepared to face every challenge, no matter what form the beast of the night chooses to take. As the prey stalks and the hunter hunts, trust in nature. Trust in yourself. That is the path to victory. So all the Bloodhound ones aren't going to give us much death until we get to like season 5 or something, because Bloodhound doesn't talk. Yeah, because Bloodhound doesn't talk about much about themselves until like Loba comes in.
They are very hidden.
Yeah,
but I like the hint. I don't know if it was in OG World's Edge.
Yeah,
the hint, but like, where is it? But true test is the eyes of the All-Father. Each day brings me closer to honoring my
fly fighters. Yeah.
I like the test right there, because that could be alluding to the World's Edge trials. Remember the trials you can do?
Yes.
I feel like that could be a thing for him.
Let me find it real quick. So another thing is in the poem, Chaos and Love, Ode to Boon. When looking up what some of the Norse that meant, it turns out they foreshadowed that in the trials area. Bloodhound can talk about some things. So yeah. And of course we have a Mirage one. Here's Mirage. That's probably one of my favorite loading screens, and I wish I had it.
I shall do Mirage.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, boy. Why did I become a legend? One reason. Women! I kid. Real reason. Beautiful women. Sorry. They say I use humor as a defense mechanism. But hello! Self-deprecation is my defense mechanism. Humor is my crutch. Or maybe my fallback. I don't know. One of those. I guess at the end of the day, the game should give people a reason to cheer. Aren't a whole lot of those left in the Outlands these days? Cool to be a part of that. All I have to do is die young. So yeah. Anywho, I'm just pulling your leg. I'm totally for the babes.
I like the subtle nod towards his mother with like the give people a reason to cheer. They definitely had a lot of shit like that planned out, which is neat, because it's easy to not pick up on stuff like that before
until later.
Yeah.
Caustic. You know what I realized?
What?
You did your main. I did one of my mains. Then we're doing Caustic, which we don't main. Then I'll do one of my mains. Then we do Watson. Then we do another one of my mains.
That's how this works, I guess. Yes,
I'm fine with that.
I've heard about criminals posing as legends, and they're as derivative as they are pathetic. Take this prison break. I admit there are similarities to my modus operandi, but the cloud formations, that's where they went wrong. My gas wafts through the air as if chancing with death, not like the spray of some hick fireman's 2-decade-old fire extinguisher, as shown here. Enemy with 1/10 of my brain power can see this for what it truly is. Amateurs playing dress-up in a desperate attempt to gain notoriety. But considering your banal, don't actually know what that word means, lackluster brand which you dare call journalism, A tenth of my intellect is giving you far too much credit. Do you have any more questions that might illuminate your ignorance? Very well. Enjoy your day. So he's
Okay.
obviously talking to a news outlet here,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know what Prison Break is referring to.
Neither do I, honestly. But I like this because he's very. You could I feel like when he first came out, everyone saw him as the insane scientist with the gas.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you can look from this and you'd be like, oh, he's super cocky, he has intelligence. But as the game goes on, you see this man is insanely brilliant. And when he says a tenth of my intelligence, he's not joking.
Yeah, and also, you can see him slowly become more and more unhinged.
Unless it's with Watson.
Yeah.
And then you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Wraith. I've seen a world where I'm not a legend, and I've seen a world where I am. We all make choices in our lives every second, every day, and those choices, they define us. But they don't control us. We are our future, not our past. No matter what choice you make, the world you're in is the world you chose. Accept it. One day, you're a legend. The next, you're something else. So be it. Nothing will control me.
I always love Wraith's lines because they're always somewhat somber and speculative, which really fits her character, and not the fucking edgy ninja people make her out to be in their in the fanon. It's like, guys, there's a lot of interesting things for his character. She's very somber in a lot of sense, even if out of combat, with just vibing, she's a lot more cheerful. She's also very introspective, which I don't think people give her enough credit for.
Yeah, I also like this a lot. Because was this before or after the Voidwalker cinematic?
I believe Voidwalker was very early on, so I think it might have been before.
Yeah, I feel like this was before the Voidwalker thing, and so saying I've seen me as a legend and me not as one. I feel like that's a huge hint to the Voidwalker animation cinematic that was coming up, because she gets saved by somebody who wasn't a legend. Then she got turned. Then she became one afterwards to seek. I think it was vengeance, right?
Answer. She wants answers. Yeah. Voidwalker wanted vengeance.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, but yeah, you know what I mean. There was motives behind it as why she became a legend, but in one reality, she never got to.
Yeah. After the funeral, I stood in our kitchen, and it was so quiet. I had dreamt of quiet like that, but now that I had it, I was terrified, and alone I sat on the floor. And I know how silly this sounds, but I hid under the table. That was where they found me. Anita, Makoa, AJ, and even Dr. Caustic. I know Makoa is, Anita, no, wait. Anita, I don't know Anita. AJ is, not Bangalore. Fucking, Lifeline. Makoa is obviously, Gibby. And Dr. Caustic is Dr. Caustic, but I don't recognize Anita. You look that up while I continue.
Oh, no. Bangalore is Jackie.
And, he hates everybody. They just as soon stab each other in the back, or the front, but they put all that aside to support me, the electrician's kid. I thought I knew what family was, but my equations were incomplete. My family is here, at the games. Now it's my turn to support them, and with every last charge in me. Did you find out who Anita is?
I can look that up real quick, hold on.
Yeah.
Bangalore.
Oh, okay.
Bangalore is Anita. That's what I thought, but then I saw I call him Jackie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Anita is Bang. All right. Bang. That's not too deep, but it does give a lot of, because it also, I think Watson's origins came out at the same time as her character, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that only gave us a bigger insight to her her feelings of family with the legends as opposed to everything else.
Yeah, because her parents made the games. Yeah, her parents made the games and everything. So she's
they didn't make the game. They made the field and a lot of technology.
Oh yeah, the field. That's what I mean. They made the field for it. Yeah. So she grew up around it. So she grew up around these people who were already in the games. Because she's like one of the youngest legends, isn't she? If not the youngest.
She's the youngest by, I think, a significant margin.
Yeah, so she's the youngest legend out there right now. So she grew up around these people fighting, and so they're like a family to her. And you can even see, I think, the subtle bit of more respect she has for some of them, Dr. Caustic.
Yeah, but also that's because she's a fellow. That's also because Caustic's also a scientist like her, though.
Yeah,
and
but I feel like
literally has a doctorate.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, though. Like that's a subtle bit more respect than I feel like everybody else.
It would be interesting if during the later if she gets another loading screen like after the whole the whole broken ghost arc, if she stops referring to him as Doctor Caustic.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see that. Broken
Because
Ghost is after Loba. It's Loba's introduction, so we'll have to keep a lookout for that.
Seeking the Creator. I'm Marvin. My best friends call me Pathfinder. I love being an Apex legend because that means my banner is on display for everyone in the Outlands to see, especially my creator, whoever they are. Competing alongside so many skilled fighters, each match is really cool and makes me very excited to know that I am everyone's favorite squad mate to fight with. My friend Mirage told me that. He also said that I don't get sarcasm, which was also nice to hear, I think.
Oh,
I love Pathy. This is why I play Pathy. He's so just innocent. He's like a child. It's great.
I do love him, but it gets annoying in game fast because it's like there's only so many times you can repeat the same childish lines.
He reminds me of BT. Like, you know how BT in Titanfall 2 slowly learned everything? That's what it reminds me of, and I love it. I love like the nostalgic feel of that.
Yeah, the only problem with Pathfinder's like character, that will in retro like it'll only be a problem in like retrospect. Is a lot of his lore building will feel less impactful once we know the answers because it's all tied to his creator.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting closer to that like every season because we're having that current teaser right now.
Oh yeah, and there was the teaser back in season 8. Or was it season 7 where he did the fighting?
Season 7.
Season 7. Yeah, season 7 where he did the fighting.
Yeah, so we're getting closer and closer to the answers, which will mean that a lot of this will be a bit less interesting, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, but it can't build every character at once, so I'm not mad.
True. I call him Jackie, but he'll slap you sideways if you print that. Stick with Jackson, and he's not gone. Always equip your jump kit first. That pilot was a stickler for protocol to the end. Not that it's the end, I just hope he found some peace. Maybe settle down. He was always good with kids. Taught me everything I know. He said sometimes you only have to chamber a single round. So you know what? So you know how to do it, right? The last thing I said to him was he's really worried for nothing. About nothing. 4.5 seconds later, I'm watching him. He's in Skyfall. Worried about nothing. Do you know how insufferable that boy will be? Sitting on I told you so for over a decade? I'll never hear the end of it. Actually, you know what? Print Jackie. Don't drive him crazy. But this way, you'll know it's really me. Sometimes you only have time to chamber a single round. Got to do it right. So she's still in denial that he's dead. Mind you, we might find out that he's not dead. That would be a cop-out, though. Fuck that.
It would. I feel like it would be a lot more character development, too, if he was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like she was trained to become a pilot. If not, she was.
She was definitely trained to become a pilot.
Yeah, she was trained to become a pilot, which I thought was really cool, because it's like, you see this, and all of a sudden, Apex Games. And then it's like, that training, she's the only one in here that's, like, military, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it shows in the voice line, which is unfortunate, because it also gets annoying fast.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I did genuinely like it when I first started to play the game. It was like, that's a neat bit of character. And now it's like, yes, I've heard you. I've heard you the past 50 games, Bangalore.
Yeah, because hers isn't like not even like lore, but it's like just military talk, and it's like, okay, we get it. You were in the military. Good for you. Be creative. Have fun.
Yeah, which she's getting better at thanks to Loba.
Right, finally, after fucking 9 seasons.
No, Loba. It was during the Broken Ghost thing, so it was 6, I think.
No, I'm saying she's been like that for 9 seasons.
Yeah,
she's just not getting better. Okay. Yeah. Lifeline. They call us legends. That's good for them, but I couldn't care less. I'm not here for the title. After the war, many people were left with nothing. If you asked me, it doesn't matter what side they were on. We all had our own part in the war. No one was truly innocent.
Except BG.
So we all deserve it. Like I said, I don't care about the title, but don't let that fool you. I'm here to win. For them. The legends out there, they just don't know it yet.
That doesn't seem too in-depth, and I think they might have not had Lifeline's character fully planned out yet.
No, they just saw, she's a medic. I mean,
no, I think they knew that she abandoned like her family and stuff to do that, but they didn't have like I don't think they had exactly who her family was and like exactly what influence they had.
For right now, there's she's a medic, family left, she's helping after the war, that's why she joined. That's about it. But okay, before we get into this one, the actual loading screen, I love this because his emote references this loading screen, and I love it.
Yeah.
Where'd you get this photo? I've never seen this before. Do you know? I remember everything about this moment. You know what I'm thinking here? Not, I can't feel my legs, or those my feet dangling by the bones. No, I'm thinking how cool it is that thousands of people are cheering for me, and they're still not as loud as the heartbeat in my ears. The-thump, the-thump, the-thump. That was the moment I realized life isn't worth living if you don't know this feeling. Mind if I keep this, compadre? I love this shot. This is the single greatest day of my life. Mi cumpleaños, the day I was born. I just love Octane. That's really all I have to say about that.
He's
fun.
I like this. Wait, no, that's not how he lost his legs doing the pilot gauntlet.
No, replicating the pilot gauntlet.
Replicate. Oh, okay. Yeah, because he was grenade jumping.
Yeah, he was trying to replicate how the world record, like the actual real life in our world record does it.
Yeah, I love that too. I love that. After I heard his story, I'm like, that sounds like how the world, like the world record was set for that.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, that's why I love a respawn at times. So like,
yeah. I love the little like callbacks like that. It's like, oh wow, people found a weird ass way to explode our game engine. Fuck yeah, let's reference it in the lore as if someone was crazy enough to do it.
Let's literally make it lore. Let's make it official.
You know, let's make it lore. Let's make it that someone was crazy enough to try it in real life and got their legs blown the fuck off.
That's so much.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was season 2.
Let me grab a drink real quick. You can get started on this one. I've read it before.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say here. I was just doing a quick recap. Like this was just season 2 of like mainly introductions.
No. I mean the season 3, like the. Oh yeah. Actually, I do some quick recap on some random shit because I've only read the first few of season 3.
Okay, bet.
Yep. My throat's dry.
Oh, you're good. Okay, so just started off season 2, literally just introducing the characters because we got a lot of stuff to cover. That's mainly it. There wasn't too much in-depth lore besides a few characters like they're in Bloodhound. It was who was it? Watson kinda got a little lore. Wraith definitely got some lore. Caustic, not really. Bangalore, I feel like got the most lore out of this entire thing. Out of every banner, Bangalore definitely got the most out of all of it. But to start off season 3, the main man Mirage, pork chop recipe. It's always Mirage. What do you put in your hair? Mirage, how many trophies do you have? Mirage, will you marry my whole family? They love you. But this is the first time I've been asked about my pork chops. It's an old Witt family delicacy. Food recipe. No. If you look, he stutters in it.
I love when he does that.
I would say no. I know what delicacy is. I just stuttering for effect.
Yeah. I love when he does that though. It's really fun.
Family recipe passed down from my great grandfather Grizz Witt. Start with the glaze.
I'm pretty sure that's a pun.
I think it is too.
Fucking pun.
Probably.
Keep reading. I'm gonna Google Grizz Witt.
Okay, start with the glaze. 80 milliliters of Dijon mustard, 100 milliliters of honey, and 30 milliliters of maple syrup, 15 grams of cinnamon, 15 grams of ground cloves. Mix that baby up good. Take the pork chop and salt them, pepper them, add light cayenne, then sear those sweets in hot oil. Next, smother them darlings in glaze and pop them lovelies in the oven.
Not a pun, a Star Wars reference.
Gotcha.
That's why it sounded familiar.
Oven at 190 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. And you've got my mom's favorite meal. But don't tell anyone. Family secret. I actually watched a video of a guy named Binging with Babish. I think it's like Badges.
Yeah, I've gotten recommendations about from my friends about it. So
he makes this and he goes, because the way I said all of the ingredients, that's way too much for all of that.
Yeah.
80 milliliters of Dijon. Jeez.
What would it taste like? I gotta know. I kind of gotta know.
He said it's not bad. It's just overdone with all the other ingredients.
Yeah, which I think makes sense given everything.
Yeah, given Mirage himself is very overdone.
Yeah,
kind of fits.
Yeah. I love all of Crypto's own scenes. Also, wait, is this working at a fucking call center? It is.
He started out as a scammer.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he started out as a scammer. So,
I just love the image. Just hilarious, especially with him in his full outfit, you know?
Yeah, he's got like the full like he's crypto, but in this he's like just some call center scamming a dude out of money.
Instead of like, it's not even like he's in a normal outfit and he just has the robotic like implants and shit. No, he's in his full crypto attire that he would wear in the future.
This is what he pulled up to the games with. This is like this man pulled up in his like Saturday dress or Saturday outfit. He just got he literally got home from work and said, "You know, I'm gonna hack the Apex games."
No,
Here we are.
It's more like he pulled up to his job in the drip and just never took it off.
He just got back from winning the Apex games and pulls up to work and what he wore to it. He's like, another day.
Disgraced computer technician Tae-Jun Park. I can't believe there's a fucking silent R in there. Fucking hell. Like, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, because where is he from? What?
He's based on, well, he's not from, but like, his name's, his entire thing is Korean.
Yeah, Korean. So they don't use silent letters, from what I know.
Yeah.
So actually, makes sense for his name.
So a fun fact about the Korean language is that it's actually literally designed by a linguist to be as like intuitive as possible. It is the easiest language to learn to read.
Yeah. So putting a silent R in there doesn't make sense.
It's literally designed to be as fucking straightforward of a language as possible.
I mean, he didn't come up. I mean, he came up with it as his like the cover name because we haven't. Have we learned his actual name yet?
Well, no, Tae-Jun Park. No, that's his real name.
Oh,
it was. There was
a whole arc with him and Watson. Like Watson trying to figure out his real name.
Yeah, and so it was just she wanted to know him as more than just crypto. Tae-Jun Park is his real name. So I can't. Okay, I don't know if his last name is actually from his foster mother, or that's his original last name.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that might be his foster mother's last name.
Okay, that would make sense. Then why it's Pac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Was believed to be spotted back on the streets of Sutamol. Yeah, on Gaia. Third-party security teams given full authority by the syndicate council have been dispatched. Mystic, June's former caretaker at Tiasek. How would you fucking...
Tiasek, I think.
Tiasek orphanage was briefly taken into custody for interrogation, but has since been released and is not considered a person of interest. Well, you're fucking wrong. She is, because she's a legend. Not literally.
Who is she?
The foster mother.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Also, Caustics' biological mother.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Mr. Mommy Issues himself.
Caustic is involved in almost everyone's story in some way. How? Yeah. No clue.
He's fucking like asshole. Either he makes himself involved, or he's like naturally involved. That's pretty much it. He makes himself involved, or he's naturally involved.
Okay, sorry, my sister walked in.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
A New Dawn. I can't say that name. Brigida?
It's Brigida. No, Brigida.
Brigida? Okay, whatever. We landed on Talos, and despite the horror stories my brothers told me about volcanoes, it's beautiful here. The coolant system helps you forget there's molten lava outside your front door. And outside my office is an amazing geyser. I can't wait for you to see them in person. You or our young one. This is a new beginning for us. I promise. Love, Joan.
John? Joan?
John?
It's either John or Joan.
Joan. We'll say Joan. Yeah. P.S. The rumors are true. My brother has given up electricity. I know. But it's only for a few weeks until the house is ready. And I want to respect Arthur's wishes. I love you, and I can't wait to start our lives together.
So that dates this.
It does.
Because Arthur is still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's obviously not referring to the fucking bird.
Oh, no, not at all.
Well, I mean, the bird also is the same name, so... that living screen is beautiful.
It is. That's what I wish Geyser was.
Yeah. That's what I wish... no, isn't it Spotted Lakes, or is that in Olympus?
That's Olympus.
Okay. I wish that's what this place fucking looked like.
Oh my god, dude. Imagine, Titanfall 3 is literally you exploring the Olympus map after the Apex games have ended.
Oh, yeah. So then we have Meltdown, the once uninhabitable world of Talos became a hotbed of IMC activity when a rare mineral compound was discovered beneath its surface. Heat-reducing towers were built to supercool its natural lava flows. And the town of World's Edge grew around them. Decades ago, an explosion in one of the towers covered the surrounding area in a lethal flash freeze. Today, World's Edge is deserted. Its borders inhabited by a small community of hunters who reportedly spurn modern technology.
Sounds like Bloodhound.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, Mirage again. Have you literally what?
Yeah.
Okay, Mirage's worst day. It was probably the worst day of my entire life. When I found out that they were missing, I feared they'd be gone forever. I called my mom and we cried for hours. We grew up together, took care of each other. It was the first time I truly understood what love was. When I was a little kid, I remember we snuck into one of those Thunderdome games before they shut down, and out of nowhere came Torrent. It began to rain a lot. My first reaction was to protect those little guys. Sure, it was just rain, but I didn't want them to get soaked. I thought I could protect them forever, but I failed. It's my fault. I let those pieces of hair get seared by those explosions, and now my little babies may never return. I could go bald. I got to go. Sorry.
So,
I like how emotional it is. Crying, all this. I try to make it emotional, and he's like, my hair kind of got singed.
but honestly, I think that last part was him trying to cover at the end.
Yeah, I feel like this could be a hint towards his brothers.
Yeah, especially because Crypto is there now, who he now sees as his more of a little brother, as opposed to his brothers being older than him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this could be him reflecting, like, what if I was their older brother instead and could protect them and wanted to be there for them.
Yeah,
so
because
he's trying to be the brother he never could be to Crypto now.
Yeah.
So I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, because every time he gets sentimental, he always tries to play it off as if he wasn't actually. Like,
no, he does that because if you go back to his original thing, Me, Myself, and I.
Yeah.
Where is it? Humor is a defense mechanism, but hello, self-deprecation is my defense mechanism. Humor is my crutch, or maybe my fallback. So yeah, he uses it as a way to get out of situations he's uncomfortable with.
And of course, I guess at the end of the games are a reason to give people a reason to cheer. And then he goes, just kidding, I'm pulling your leg, it's totally for the babes. So anytime he gets sentimental, he tries to pretend that it's something selfish.
So literally at any point, if he starts talking about himself and he covers it up with a joke, that's lore. That is canonical lore.
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting from this.
Alright, I guess you'll read the Bang ones since I'll do the Bloodhound and Crypto ones then.
Yeah, okay. Numbnuts. That was Mama used to call guys like that. You know the type. Big jokes, big trucks, big wallets. They need all of that big to cover up what's small. I got 4 brothers, real gentlemen, raised with respect. They don't have to woohoo their way through the battlefield like it's a joke. And they're the punchline. Sorry, laugh track. The only punchline is you're going home in a box. Maybe Sylvia isn't so bad.
I think just Silva. No, it's just Silva.
I don't know if it's Sylvia. Maybe Silva isn't so bad. He'd take a bullet for anyone, mostly because he's already 50 paces ahead, charging in with no game plan and even less strategy. Wits had my back more than anyone, more than once. So I can't read this one for some reason. And whatever, he's gotten a chuckle out of me occasionally. Maybe they're good for morale. I mean, I just need them to stay out of my way.
That's the most reverent thing she has ever said.
It is. I don't know why, but I heard you struggle a little bit. Bangalores read so weird. I hate it.
Yeah. I don't know why Bangs just have such a weird way of being written.
I can't read them.
Yeah. But yeah, it's both Mirage and Octane in this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's not very subtle.
Right.
He appears to be a competent ally in this photo. That is a pleasant surprise. He has fought at my side, and I have never met such a milkner,
which means a loudmouth, according to Google. But perhaps I am being unkind. He has survived his fair share of slaughter. His tricks on the eye are a blessing to the hunt. In the heat of the battle, he winner. This is an image of the true warrior hidden within him. This is also referring to Mirage. Man, this has been a season for Mirage, hasn't it? Let me take a look at the image. Oh, that is I've never actually seen this artwork. That is really nice artwork.
That is very nice. Crypto now.
Yeah.
There's nothing much to that one. We should talk about Mirage.
Yeah, but well, no, it's more so. Well, before everyone thought he like accidentally stumbled to the games or like really didn't belong. But this is definitely Bloodhound reinforcing that he is good in a fight. He just is anxious as fuck.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because the amount of people that like think that thought Mirage was over his head when he first joined the games was immense. Mistake is the pronunciation, but it doesn't. Oh, that's his sister.
Yeah.
I survived my first match with only 2 broken ribs, being as safe as I can and keeping my distance. Unfortunately, the others are already asking about the tower. The one legend you love confronted me on the dropship. I thought he had evidence, but it turns out he's just an idiot.
Mirage.
There are 2 others here who are big guys, like your son. Oh, Mystic's the foster mother. Sorry. Big. That's actually fucking Caustic. That we're now talking about Caustic, like big guys, like your son, and that actually one of them is your son. Very intimidating. I'm sure one's a sociopath, but I may have judged the other too soon. His name is Gibraltar, and he's here to help Legend survive. I was shocked the game's up to Neanderthals trying to prove something. Turns out some of them have some have a strong code of ethics. Ironically, the only Neanderthal I've met trying to prove something is me. Burn this letter as soon as you receive it. Will write when I can. Forever family forever. Taejun Puck. So they were hinting back to the whole caustic thing even back here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were hinting back to that a while ago. And like, cause at first we say big guys, that could mean like big in this like scene or whatever, like Octane.
Yeah.
Like, big guy is in famous.
Yeah.
Mirage kinda.
Well, no, Mirage is very famous, but like big guys
Yeah,
but
and then he said Gibraltar, and then you're like, okay, yeah, no, he means
physically large. That's chunky boys.
He means the chunks.
Yeah.
He means the guys that take 5% less damage.
He means the guys that are so big that they take less damage than everyone else.
He means the literal living bullet sponges.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, speaking of the bullet sponges, Gibraltar. I hear all their nicknames: Jolly Gib, Chuckles, Mr. Sunshine. They poke fun at my disposition, but Gibraltar has his bad days too. The secret to life ain't happiness, brother. It's knowing the unhappy times won't last forever. You know who gets that? Finder. Boy, we've had some showdowns in the games. Ones I thought for sure would end with him in trash heap, but that scrappy little Marvin always comes back with an even better attitude. He could be one bullet away from being recycled and still find the bright side in it. The others all think he's nuttier than the Uncle Sherrod at a peanut farm. But that robot lives better than most humans I've met. Reminds me of, well, let's just say he reminds me of someone else I used to know. God, they make fun of Pathfinder, but they're not wrong.
Yeah. But also that's referring to his boyfriend, which I don't think we find out about until when was his heirloom is introduced. What season is that?
Season 7.
No. Season 7 was oh fuck, who was season 7 actually? Pathfinder.
Season 7.
Pathfinder.
No, season 7?
No, you're right. Pathfinder was introduced early on, despite the fact that he only got his fucking. I really wish they introduced the town takeovers at the same time as the heirlooms. I hope they start doing that more in the future.
Mm-hmm. But Gibraltar had his season 7. We don't learn about his boyfriend for a while.
Yeah.
Because season 8 was Bang.
Yeah. Season 8 was Bang, and he got his town takeover. Then Caustic got his town takeover. Seriously, they need to stop unpairing town takeovers with heirlooms. Like, they should fucking quickly give Wraith a town takeover. And then do a Bang event when that happens. That way, those two are knocked off, you know?
The dog is... Sorry, the dog is loud.
Yeah. Wait, no, there haven't been any characters that have had their town takeovers and haven't had an heirloom yet, have there?
I don't believe so.
Oh, that's a problem. They fucked up not starting those at the same time.
Yeah, they did.
Because it would make so much more sense to have them start to be at the same time.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree. Dude, this dog burst in my room. Hold on.
I
Go ahead and
heard.
read the next one, and I'll get out of my room.
Codename Crypto. Apex Approval Report. Hyun Kim. Codename Crypto. Status. Cleared background check. Passed all evals. Fresh angle. Ready for deployment at season initiation. Notes. Honestly, something feels off. He's spotless, no warrants, no enemies. Not even a truancy note. Who stays that clean their whole life, then joins the games? Put him in, but you should probably keep your eye on him. So that's his false name, Hyun Kim.
Oh, yeah, because that was what he went by before he revealed his real name to everyone else.
Yeah.
So nothing much there, just talking about the people of the games.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Pathfinder time. How I've got it in my main like every time we've done this. This is great.
Yeah.
Oh, also after this season, this is when I stopped playing. So I don't know any of the lore after this.
Alright.
Hi, I'm Marvin, and I love everything. I've learned a lot from so many talented people. Like how to dance, cook, wash dishes, to swing on a trapeze, to fly on a ship, to construct buildings, to fight, to almost how to write poetry. Here's one. There once was a robot crusader who searched the universe for his creator. He's worked every job, loves corn on the cob, and has no idea how limericks work.
He tried.
Valiant effort. Effort.
It was good for the most part until the last part where it just sort of went downhill.
The last two lines don't work.
Yeah.
We'll get there one day, Pathy. We'll get there.
Sorry, buddy. It's alright, buddy. We'll get there.
Yeah, this is where I'm completely new.
Yeah. This is... I don't know. This is where
Rev.
Rev was introduced. Yeah, this is where Rev was introduced. Hell yeah. I'm going to be reading a lot. I think I'll read all of these for the most part.
Besides the Pathfinder one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because all of these involve Revenant, so I'll read the ones that all tagged Revenant, because it says what character they're read from. We'll do the usual alternation with, like, exhibits and all that, but for the Rev ones, I'll just read that. Press statement, Draft 1. From the core systems to the outlands, Hammond Robotics has been the forefront of innovation since its foundation by Dr. Heinrich Hammond in 2131. Our new Hammond Robotics is committed to leading the outlands in extraordinary breakthrough solutions in colonial manufacturing. Not colonel, despite the fucking spelling! They're the same spelling. English, get in English, get a degree for yourself and fix yourself.
Dude, go to literal English class. English, Jesus.
Yeah.
God.
Like, colonel and colonial are spelled the fucking same way.
I mean, there's just like bow and bow, can and can. There's so many things that shouldn't work.
Yeah. At least can and can is like different enunciation, you know, like it's just different emphasis on the words. But colonel, how the fuck?
Yeah.
Colonial manufacturing, transportation, and security. Today we are proud to introduce our new advanced development in energy distribution, the Hammond Robotics Planet Harvester. PR note, 3B, do not be afraid to be boastful. We need to proudly remind the public the discovery of the Outlands wouldn't have been possible without HR, Hand Robotics, not human resources. Fuck human resources. Involvement in the war and focus on the positive contributions. We must earn the public's trust. It's the only way to continue our transcript damaged.
To continue our testing. Tenmai, the Outland's most anticipated restaurant, high above Samanthi. Nestled in Olympus's fine dining district, has opened to an absolutely staggering amount of positive reactions. So I went to see what all the fuss was about. The atmosphere is warm and inviting, a cross between modern conceptualism and AU natural
decor. I know. It's like unnatural decor. Yeah.
Oh, and unnatural decor.
Yeah. It just pronounced the way the fucking and A, but just flails.
God, stop trying to be fancy. Okay, spring water reserves that ran through the restaurant. Doubly surprising considering Olympus's location. With exotic delicacies like Leviathan stew to comfort food like Solus's P.O. burger. These are some weird shit. Tin Mai delivers flavors even a tongueless robot would kill for. My friends, my readers, I think we've got ourselves a 5 dino Bambino. God, I hate people. My only warning, the place caters to high-class clientele. Even I'm probably going to have to place a few bets at the Thunderdome to afford my next visit. Cuban all the way.
So this was before the Apex Games.
Yeah, this is before the Apex Games. And I love like how like Olympus was a thing and it isn't just like
this was season 4. It came in season 7.
Yeah, they were hinting to Olympus for 3 seasons.
Yeah. By the way, on Olympus, Bloodhound is a great line. 1 second. Bloodhound, Olympus, voice lines. There's like one with Loba. Used to ground. Oh, so with Loba at Energy Depot, Bloodhound makes a quite upset noise, which Loba says, "You seem tense. Is something the matter?" "No, nothing of importance. Let us press on." But then after the Fright Night patch, Loba now adds, "Beautiful, whatever's on your mind, you're hiding it poorly." And then Bloodhound goes, "Oh yeah, I cannot see the ground. It is bothersome. That is all." He's like, "Where is the floor?"
Like,
why?
huh?
Well, it's because we're floating. Like Olympus, yeah. And then Loba's like, "I'm sorry." It's like,
okay.
Imagine if Bloodhound points to the board and says, "The floor. Where is it?"
They grab Loba's hand and walk him to the edge and say, "Look, the floor. Do you see it? Because I don't."
Because I don't see no floor. Alright, you got a Pathfinder one.
My scan can't even reach there.
Yeah.
Okay. Today I started to work as a cook in the restaurant Tin May on Samoth.
Samantha, you literally managed to say it right the first time.
I said this. Shush. Tin May on Samantha. Approximately?
I have no idea what he means by that. I have no idea.
Exciting! I gave the chef a special Leviathan stew recipe I learned from some nice soldiers on Solus. She said it's provincial? What? Okay.
I'm gonna Google what that means in that sense. Which means of consuming of province. Oh, as in it's region exclusive.
Ah, okay. Okay, which is correct. We were in the desert. I hope she lets me make it soon. Cube 1 kilogram of Leviathan meat and coat it with a mixture of 30 grams of flour, 5 milliliters of salt, 5 milliliters.
That is a lot of meat, so I guess it makes sense to put that much shit on it.
Okay, why are you using milliliters for salt? Use kilograms or grams or something like that. Not kilograms. That'd be a lot of salt. And a pinch of cayenne. You're using a kilogram of meat. Brown the meat, then set aside. Chop and cook 450 grams of bacon. Then set aside.
What are you trying to feed?
Dude, they're feeding an army. This is an army recipe.
I guess you're right.
2 cloves of minced garlic. 2. Okay. And 1 chopped onion in remaining fat. Then deglaze pan with 60 milliliters of water. I feel like you could use like red wine would probably be better, but water because they're in the desert. Add all ingredients plus 475 milliliters of beef stock. 8 milliliters of brown sugar in a pot, bring to a boil, then simmer for an hour. Add 3 medium cubed potatoes, 150 gram dried plums. Customers don't like it when you call them prunes, even if it's accurate. 5 milliliters of thyme, 5 milliliters of basil, 8 milliliters rosemary, and 2 bay leaves. Simmer for 30 minutes until potatoes are soft. Garnish with fresh parsley. We need to do a cook stream where we just make these.
Like, we have to fucking tweet at the Respawn story writers. Be like, "Alright, what's the nearest equivalent to Leviathan meat?"
I'll say just beef, like beef or pork.
Yeah.
Maybe like a pork chuck roast. You know, like a really stiff piece of meat.
Yeah, we need to calculate the fucking like percentage because I'm not cooking a kilogram.
No, that's a lot. That's a pound of meat we're cooking.
Yeah. So
And
like,
also, it's not like we live near each other, so it's not like I can come over and we can make it for each other, like together.
yeah, and like eat it for like the next week.
Right, a pound of meat. I mean, it's only a pound of meat. That's not a lot.
Is
Well,
that
no,
really
one
all a
kg
kilogram? No, a
hold on.
kilogram's a
1
lot more.
kg to LBS. 2 pounds. Okay, it's 2.2 pounds.
Okay, I thought it was more than that. So okay.
Okay, so yeah, okay, it's not that bad. It's not that
Yeah. I thought it was. I honestly imagined something bigger. I'm fucking terrible with metric, if I'm being
bad.
real.
See, usually what I go off of is the mile kilometer thing. So like 1 mile is almost a full kilometer. So usually I just go almost not a 1-to-1, but like a 1.5 to 1 ratio.
Yeah. Alright, Exhibit C. Recovered from an unregistered transmission device possessed by one of Macros Andrade. Who is that? Marcos. Sorry. Who
I got
are
it.
you? Okay. Mi vida, I know you're going to argue, but you can't argue with the surprise. Marcos, what did you do? You remember that beautiful restaurant, the one on Olympus? Marcos Andrade is,
It's almost bad.
yeah. There's a table, for 3 waiting for us at the Coordinates. That's too expensive, but you know we can afford it. Right now? What about tomorrow? We have plenty to spare after that last job. My girls deserve something special. My beautiful wife deserves a new dress. Alright.
Yeah. I like the little heart at the end.
Yeah.
Okay. Just business. Excerpt from World of Olympus Daily Newscast. 2 of the victims have been identified as evasive criminal couple Marcos and Alenza Andrade. Although there were few official records related to the Andres, arrest warrants from Guyana police officials and witness accounts obtained by the Word suggest that the Andres were involved in a variety of robberies and burglaries throughout the Outlands. Their operations escalated in scale over the last decade, and officials claim that yesterday's violence was a result of business deal gone awry. The assailant fled the scene and remains at large. Olympus officials are currently seeking information about the perpetrator's whereabouts and have asked civilians to come forward with any information that could lead to their arrest.
Imagine arresting a fucking robot head.
Right?
Good luck.
This man could literally just stab you with his hand and go, "Ha! I won."
Yeah.
Your first terrific thought is, where's my tongue? Never mind the piece of elevator in your neck, or the fact that you're not in any pain. Why don't you have a tongue? And that's when you see it, a blip at first, like static in the air, or glitch, or within the glitch, a face. A new face. No, not new. It's the face that chases you in your nightmares. Face that leaves you in twisted, sweat-soaked seats. Except this isn't a nightmare. It's a mirror. And that's not your nightmare. It's your reflection. This is the moment the program breaks down. When you realize what you are, the next thoughts you have sends a bolt of ice down your spine that will stay with you forever. Who gives a crap about not having a tongue when you no longer have a mouth? Everything you know is a lie. The toothbrush on your sink, lie. The coffee on your nightstand, lie. The bacon in your fridge, lie. Is anything real? Yes. Lots of things are real. Like the time you drowned because no one heard you banging against the ice. When that bomb went off and you learned what it felt like to have your eyeballs melted in their sockets. The time you refused to beg for your life, even as the knife plunged into your chest, and you heard the sound of your own skin tearing, and the blade scraping against the bone inside you. Hitmen don't die peacefully in their sleep. Hundreds, thousands of these horrific deaths crash into you all at once. Someone must pay, must suffer. That's when you know your first stop. That's when you go to the Syndicate. I love all of Revenant's loading screens after this point. The live zone screen is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, No More Lies is so good.
Yeah. And then the program's coloration is just, ugh. Like, I know a lot of them are repurposed slightly from the animation, but they've been, like, the color's been saturated a bit, and it's just stunning. I wish I had these. I would use them all the time.
His name is Lowell, and he's sniveling about his kids. You'd roll your eyes if you had eyes, because now you understand. They're just bags of blood and tissue, goop, dressed in suits of skin. They're nothing, like you were nothing. You drip a finger into the open wound on his leg, and run a finger along a tendon, like a bow on a violin string. He screams that he'll tell you. You lean in, his tears sparkling from the glow of your eye sockets. It was the cleanest Kelly blubbers. Just enter the mark's name in the program. Day later, they're dead, completely untraceable. The perfect crime. You break his nose on the H on your hand. You break his nose on the H on your hand plate. And Hammond! Lowell whimpers that they made the parts. That's all. You decide to teach Lowell a thing or two about parts. Starting with delivering Lowell to his kids personally, before moving on to Hammond Robotics. So right here, they're just bags of blood and tissue, goop dressed in skin suits. They're nothing like you or nothing. That's the human brain trying to rationalize your situation, trying to come up with excuses for why this isn't as bad as it seems.
Yeah.
So just shit like that's really clever, because that's exactly what the brain would do in this situation. Well, I mean, I guess we can't say for sure, but that's pretty much what the brain would do, is try to think of how can we rationalize this so it's not as bad as it seems.
Well, guess we can't.
Yep, the cycle. You break the Hammond's technician's spine on a bed of honeysuckle. He told you everything. I upload into a new shell upon death. Memories wiped. Lather, rinse, repeat. Except hard drives are never really erased. And everyone knows, when you make a copy of a copy, quality breaks down. Blood trickles from the tech's mouth. You've been there. Except you don't have blood. What was it then? That tasted like pennies when you took a right hook. You snicker. Of course. Your faceplate. It's copper-plated. Huh. Now that's funny. You ask the tech how long it's been. He points to a bloody file nearby. You scan it. Earliest Revenant upload was in 2420, 288 years ago. Your Dr. Frankensteins have been dead for over 2 centuries. Luxury, you're not allowed. This is hell, and you're eternal. You wake the tech up. You're about to take up 288 years of pent-out rage on him. It's no fun if he isn't conscious. Ugh, fucking, who is the writer for these? They're great. They're just so creepy. The cycle. You break the Hammond technicians. Oh, I read that. Fucking, I'm stupid. No more lies. Now, there are no more lies. And soon, no more Hammond. You target one Hammond facility after another, and the skin suits are too busy waging war to care. They blame the militia, write the dead off as casualties of war. It's not really a lie. It's someone else's war. Just not theirs. When you slit the last employee's throat, now what? Whenever your heart desires, I suppose. Except you don't have a heart, and all that you desire is what you're programmed to do in the first place. Ain't that a bitch? Question. Who gets to die next? Answer. Anyone you want. This is the Outlands, baby. There's no law, no order, and you're the boogeyman. Or at least you will be. Soon enough, when someone vanishes without trace, that's you. When a murder goes unsolved, that's you. Your revenge isn't aimed at one person. It's aimed at every person. It's aimed at any person. An endless supply of skin suits and so much time to kill. What are you waiting for, little simulacrum? Get to work. So now after Broken Ghost is when Caustic, and Crypto and Watson have all had their fights. So this might follow some of that.
Okay, so we'll start off with Gibraltar for season 5.
Yeah.
Remember, we got caught. We got caught in the cage. You took all the blame, and when I asked why, you whispered in my ear, "For you." And right there, in the dome, you kissed me. And now the dome is gone. Done. It was never here. I didn't think it was possible to turn around and find something you loved isn't there anymore. You think I have learned at least that by you think I've learned at least that by now, but I'm thick in the head like you're thick in the ass, as you used to say. And when the time came for me to set up, do something for you, I chose wrong. Also, I'll regret that decision until the day I die. The accidents behind you now, I get that. But in case you heard about Kings Canyon and your life flashed before your eyes like mine, I want you to know you're still here. Nick, at my side, in my heart, in my ear, on the tip of my tongue, and you always will be. Hope to hear back. Understand if I don't. I hope you and Michael are well, and I pray you found peace, Nick. That, above all else, is what matters the most. All my love, Makoa. Damn.
Brother, you gotta move on.
You gotta move on, man.
Although I think they did resolve that in this season.
Yeah, I think so too.
I didn't read the comics for this season because
neither have I.
But I know that they meet up again.
Mm-hmm.
So I always like when the little lore tidbits here come into play later.
Right.
Oh, Bangalore. Oh, 3 Bangalore ones. All right.
I'll read. Do you want me to read the Bangalore? Because then we have a Revenant one coming up.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
you read the Bangalore ones. Revenant is fun to do, but also kills my throat.
Yeah. You want my opinion on the F and G? I'm fresh out of those. Got some facts though. What?
She got a thick ass.
Just like Gibraltar.
Yeah.
You think just because I've only known her for a day that I don't know this girl? Trust me. I have 4 brothers. I know this girl. Slinks in through a crack in the wall, talks their two-faced way in and out of everything. Half of her is always in shadow, no matter how well lit the room is. Gee, was the light red, officer? Gosh, the sun was in my eyes. First, she blows Revenant to Kingdom Come, then barks orders at us. I did what I had to do. I detained the target, even with my peacekeeper at her head. She still, she says she can still explain everything. I'm sure she can. Then I got Mirage saying, "Go easy on her." Men, if they had half a brain, they'd be considered gifted. The dropships arrive. The Syndicate rep with a platoon of
Spectres. Those fucking things from Titanfall 2.
Why can't I pronounce that? That doesn't look like it's Spectres.
Yeah.
But okay.
But that's the fucking mini Titans from Titanfall 2, right?
I know, yeah. No. Those are Reapers. Spectres are just like little robots. It goes Spectres, Stalkers, Reapers.
Yeah.
Side, Hammond's head legal eagle with her entourage on the other. Bat those lashes at someone who actually cares. Cause it ain't those men made of metal. It ain't the mercs whose island just blew up. And it sure as Shinola, what? Okay, ain't me. I was expecting a swear, but it wasn't there. You think I'm gonna help you up? It'll be a cold day in hell before I help a common criminal like you.
One second.
God, I hate how I'm stuttering reading because for some reason I'm looking at it, reading it, and then I'm missing something, and it's just messing with my head.
1 second. I gotta. That ending line just made me think of this. Oh, you can't hear it on stream.
No.
1 second, please. Share screen. Go live here. Now you should be able to hear it. What happens 5 minutes later? What? Yeah, like you kind of helped her out a lot, actually, Bangalore.
Right? Yeah, you did a lot, buddy. Okay. I debriefed the reps on what went down, but Syndicate Boy says it's not necessary and helps the perp up. He calls her Miss Andrade, treats her like royalty. He even apologized. He apologized to the lunatic who just blew up his island. Corset speaking a mix of a few languages to confuse things. I asked Octane to translate what he could. He says she's a jewel thief, an underground celebrity. As she attempts to sweet-talk him, she smiles and purrs and touches his arm. The woman from Hammond says Corset's lying. Finally, some much-needed estrogen.
Ooh, Bangalore, I think you're a bit wrong on that one, mate. She's definitely gonna fuck both of them.
We're just a little bit wrong. She asks her assistant for a file and reads from it. Turns out, Eyeshadow's family was murdered. She wants revenge. This part is true. You can tell from the fury in her eyes. Eyelashes slams the file shut as Octane translates. She wants to know how Hammond knows this. They speak in whispers, while File Girl keeps looking at me and Octane. Hammond's doing their homework. Wonder why? Hammond addresses us legends. Announces Loba Andrade as the newest Apex legend. The hell she is? I realize I just said that out loud. All eyes are on me. You only got time to chamber a single round, Anita. Get it right.
Okay, that's a nice callback to before. I'll give them that.
I like that.
I will give them that. I do like that. But also, I've never done that in real life.
Something out loud that you were thinking?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like that seems like such a fucking cheap thing in writing.
It is. Yeah.
Like, I genuinely, like, I'm not fucking, like, trying to exaggerate. I would like to hear someone who's actually done that.
Right, yeah, same.
Like, I've never even come close to doing that. Unless I was... No, actually, even never, because I have a better control on myself than that.
Right. I just like how, like, the callbacks and stuff, and then also,
yeah.
I was gonna say, it was hard to follow that because she changed the woman's name like 4 times. It's like, pick one.
I know, right? If you listen, I call people that I don't know fucking names, you know, like Bangs or something like that. But I don't change it 6 times in one monologue.
Jesus, that was hard to follow. I was like, wait, who? Okay, we're still talking about the girl with the file. We're still talking about the rep that we were talking about before. Understood. Okay. The final one, Declaration of War. I respect authority, but I'll be damned if this laced-up pair of thigh highs is rewarded for an act of terrorism. It took our blood, sweat, and tears to get here. She committed crimes, bats her baby browns, and now she's in the games. I expected this from the Syndicate Boy in both of his heads. But woman to woman, I expected more from Hammond. Loba's smirking. I want to slap it off her face so hard her teeth will land on Talos. Hammond explains Miss Andrade has a loyal cult following and watches her exact revenge is rating gold. If I have a problem with Loba, I'm free to express that during our matches as violently as I want. I can feel the rage rushing to my face as Loba and her grin approach. She said we got off on the wrong foot. May the best woman win. She holds out her well-manicured hand, and if she thinks I'm touching that thing, she's crazier than I thought. I walked away past Octane, who's been cornered by File Girl. He's saying something about being thirsty, but I don't pay attention until File Girl pulls Loba aside. Says her name's Yoko.
Yeah.
Yoko. I don't know why I said Yoka. Yoko.
I don't know where you got the A from, brother.
I don't know, but I correct myself instantly. We're fine. Her boss knows what Loba's really after, and they can make a deal. That's when I realized the battle may be over. But the war's just begun. This is my house, my rules, and my new mission is clear. Send Loba Andrade back under the rock she crawled from.
I love how that's an expression, but also literal in this sense.
Yeah.
I think, but also, so it's clear that, like, not only is it just a ratings thing here, but also they're like, okay, this keeps Revenant here even longer. Great. Because the whole reason Revenant was allowed in the Apex games was to contain him, to have him not go massacring more Hammond officials.
Right?
So, like, great, this gives him even more motive to stay here. I wish we could get on the phone call. It's like, yeah, it's the guy that wants it's the girl that wants revenge on Loba. Not Loba, on Revenant. Yeah, no, let her stay in. We need Revenant to stay here for as long as fucking possible. Or even better, find someone to kill him. We've created a monster. We don't know how to stop it. That really is how it'd be with Hammond right now, though.
Right. I mean, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. If you think you're dying, it can kill you. It's true. That squishy sack of meat you call is so convinced of it, you can die of shock, even if the rest of you is shambling along just fine. I drowned like that once. My brain telling me a skin suit can't survive underwater that long, my organs freezing up, paralyzed in fear. Organs I don't really have anymore. Still felt it, though. Lucky me. I know better now. This time, when I wake up at the bottom of the lake, I'm just wet and pissed off. There's a whole lot of me's down here. Copies I'm Mahdi. Most of them crushed under rubble and lizard bones. Right. Skulltown took a tumble. Guess there's a whole factory of me under it. I found some spares in weirder places. Usually I wake up in one, but how the hell did I get down here? Heh. Right. The girlie shot me. Yeah, I remember her. Took me a minute. I have footage to sort through here. So many targets, but she's got dear old daddy's eyes. Had a good look at him when I snapped his neck and dropped him 10 stories. When you're mostly a computer, you can do nice side-by-side comparisons. She's not the first to come looking for revenge. I've had plenty of skin suits throw their lives away avenging their precious loved ones. Oh, they try, their voices cracking and hands shaking while they hold the gun on me, and rattle off their whole pathetic life story. Make a corpse, and you'll get some files. They're all easy to crush. Of course, most of them don't destroy half an island trying to get to me. Only a couple of them knew about my spares. None of them ever made me slide into one. She's a fragile little fly, just like the others. I'll pull her wings off eventually, up for a day or two. This could be interesting.
So Revenant's fucking bored. He's like,
I mean,
I kind of don't blame him, but like, he's like, you know what?
Entire season.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. This is the first interesting thing to happen to me, and who knows how long. I'm down.
Right.
Right.
Crypto.
Yeah.
You can only trust those who you know are liars. I used to think differently back when I was working as a simple computer engineer, a straight edge job with no bumps. I would go in, do what I was asked, and leave. I rarely doubted the loyalty of those who worked alongside me. I didn't really care until the contract came in, a service order from QW Initials. That's all I knew of the person who took my life away from me. And that is why I'm here now. That is why I did what I did to get into the games. But my skills is why they let me remain. And it appears the same is true for you, Loba. Joa? What?
It's a Korean word. I don't know what it means.
Joa. So tell me, one liar to another, what brings you here?
Let's see. Quickly trying to read it. It's having a problem because it's not in the fucking characters. That's annoying. Okay, it's... Which is Korean, I like or good.
Understood.
Yeah, so good. Tell me from one line to another, got it. And then more Bloodhound. The strength it must take for a child without their kin to survive alone is mighty. This tale is fila with sight of Miton. I am not without a minute absent the thoughts of Johan or Brigida, no matter how small. Oh, interesting. So Johan and Brigida are family of so those are the people that landed, but they became his family from the sounds of it. Their family from the sounds of it. Bloodhounds. Because those are the people that landed on King's Canyon. No matter how small, there are many trials one must face throughout their journey to Valhalla's end. I could see it in your eyes that you, Andradre fighter, have the courage to slaughter the Vekar. Slaughter is slay, obviously, but Vekar is weak, and climb to your rightful place over those who wronged you. It would be an honor to fight alongside someone with the passion of fire that burns 1,000 suns. Demonio is your path. Mine is my own. And only in the battle we are tested. We may look different. We may be different. But we are blood and sand. We are the same. I welcome you to the fight. Shall we meet again? Interesting. That's the first person that I think Bloodhound has showed any interest in opening up to.
Not even like opening up to, just like actually having a genuine conversation to.
Yeah.
It isn't observing them from a distance like how we did Mirage. He's actually they're actually willing to talk.
Yeah, so that's actually interesting.
So I'll do the next 3 because it's Loba, these 2, and then I'll do Mirage because main.
Sounds good.
Okay. When you're after a big prize, you don't just walk in and take it. First, you have to do the legwork. I can't say I was. Everyone's yawning in my room. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. I can't say I was pleased with how deep Jamie dug into my past.
That's the guy that was shown in the first promo that was like, hey, I found something on Revenant.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The simp!
A lady deserves
we don't know anything about him, but it's funny to call him a simp. I don't think there's anything on him. It's just funny to call him a simp for the fun of it.
Right. Just randomly insulting people is always the best.
Yeah.
A lady deserves her privacy and her secrets, but I can't argue with results. He found out so much about this thing, this demonia. Wait, demonio?
Demon.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to.
Demonio.
Yeah, demonio. That took all I ever loved from me. Not enough, and a lot of it made no sense. But it was enough to get started, so I followed the demon to Talos. I stayed hidden, watched his every step. He's worse than I remembered, somehow. He used some dark power to change others into his shadowy slaves. And all of the little friends he's made are happy to oblige him. I kept watching. I followed the leads Jamie dug up. I made a plan. Then I made my move. It wasn't easy. I just make it look that way. I think this is a reference to which he took his whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called, where she said, "Oh yeah, no, I put that on Talos now, my guy."
Yeah.
He goes,
no. This is before that. That's before that. It was Gridiron. This is far before that. This is before she even met him.
Okay.
And halfway to Gridiron is an expression, not literal.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is, so far, other than this, his deathless state hasn't been canonically acknowledged or explained because when Shadow Revenant appeared, in like the Shadowfall event, the dev just were like, "Oh, well, don't worry, we have an explanation. It'll be explained later." So we don't know much about that yet, though.
Yeah, but I'll turn to his shadowy slaves.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, some jobs don't go according to plan. I was careless, too attached. I found what I was looking for, but in the heat of the moment, I didn't think about extra security. By the time I realized what I'd done, the prize was gone, and my hard work went with it. But Loba Andrade didn't run with her tail between her legs. I've been invited to join the games. I must admit, since I've been here, I've noticed some lovely treasures just waiting to be snatched. Destroying the demon one pile of scrap at a time isn't practical. Isn't practical, but I will feel good. And I just received a very interesting proposal.
That is definitely a reference to her getting a source code, though.
Yeah, definitely. Something to do with that. Yeah. Mirage. Here we go. Okay. Seriously? You think I couldn't take down Skulltown? I mean, it's a skull already. It's practically half dead. I just chose not to because I'm considerate. It's a nice plan, and I didn't want to ruin King's Canyon. But now she's got all the attention. Everyone is all up in arms. Or is it up in arms? Wait. Oh, up and arms. Or is it up in arms? Up or arms? What's the saying? Let's figure this out. If I'm up and arms, that means I'm standing up and my arms are up, right? That makes total sense. Up in arms means that I am up and inside an arm. That can't be right. Unless, let's take a seat. This might take a while. Can we get a drink, Miss Stone? I mean, this is my bar, after all. The Paradise Lounge. The Witt family has owned the place since 55 Crisis. So, don't really have to pay for it. No? Cool. So where were we? Something about arms. Oh yeah, I could have totally destroyed Skulltown with just one arm. And that
you can
quote that. You can quote me on that. I love Mirage so much.
But no, the saying is up in arms, buddy.
Yeah, it's up in arms. That's why I read it as up in arms at first. He said, wait, is it up in arms? I'm like, wait, did he missay it? And then it was a whole debate, and then it went to his family bar. God. I just realized there's like no season 6 loading screens.
Yeah, that's a shame.
There's only 5.
Season 7 is a lot, though.
Season 7 is a lot.
Season 8's a chonky season. Go to season 8.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Season
9 also has a lot. Season 9 has a lot.
Yeah. I haven't read any of the season 9 ones, so I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, same. I didn't really see any of the season 7.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't read any since the pork shop one.
I guess I'm reading 2 since I'll do Destination Unknown and Self-Destruct. Oh hey, this one has the translation attached to it. That's weird. Isanse. Haven't built a shuttle on World's Edge during this seasonal hiatus. Why? The security on their flight logs is a joke. It's called the Arcadia. Light clearance is signed by Peck Lillian. Looks like general authentication. Coded branded Pilot 2. The ship has no offensive capabilities, but a long manifest. Looks like they're moving scientific equipment and supplies. Destination? Moi, which is where? That can't be right. I need to dig deeper. Damn well I should get some help is what that says, and I'm not even gonna fucking try. I'm just saying. Look at that whole sentence.
I'm good.
Like, okay, so it's cries / shrieks is the first one. Appeal no minds to the Yara that run beneath the surface of the games. Their personal grievances of so that is going to be outsiders, and it's Atana Okamandir. Do not interest me. And it distracts from the hunt. Yet I am saddened this day, for I've come to respect some caught in this mire. They rend and gnash over meal squabbles, where they were once fly. They are now bitter enemies, so that is Endoscati. And they are the source of their own lach, which is going to be shelter. Such wasted energy. I will expend none on this petty venture. My focus remains on a much greater goal. I cannot be distracted. I don't know what that greater goal is. I have no idea what that greater goal could be.
I think it might be just proving himself to his uncle.
Possibly. It doesn't sound like it is. Yeah, it could be.
I can see this at though, just because of the way him and his uncle ended off.
Yeah. But no, they reconciled at the end of it, though.
Oh, yeah, they did. I mean, it could still be something to prove his point that maybe, technology isn't so bad.
Yeah, I have no idea, though.
No clue either. It might get mentioned later on.
Yeah.
I did what I thought was right, brother. Caustic did wrong putting Loba in danger. tricking Watson and blaming Crypto for what he did. They had a right to know. Everybody did. But the gang split up. The next time we're gonna meet, it's gonna be at the end of each other's guns. Still, I had to try, Talking to Crypto ain't gonna happen. Never sticks around after a match, and never lets on where he's going. Loba was easier. Hounded Anita a bit last time. Met with Lil Ramius.
Ramius?
Ramius's
Let me see.
Ramius and got her number. Loba talked like she thought it was funny. Can't say I felt the same, brother. But she thanked me and said she'd tuck that away for safekeeping. Then it was just Watson. Remembered where I find her easy. Where to find her easy. Like
oh, that's Rampart. Got it.
Rampart? Okay.
I didn't know that was her name.
Neither did I. Like when her pa passed away. But when she saw me at the door, she stopped. Said she didn't want to hear anything else and needed time to think. It weighs on me, brother. But gotta respect what she wants. Just gotta give it time.
Yeah, no, I respect. So, do you know about this?
No.
This was Loba trying to get her hands on Revenant source code, and Caustic leaked what they were doing to Rev, and he sort of just fucking stuck to the ceiling during their conversation.
Oh, okay.
And then dropped down on him like, "What are you talking about?" Fucking like a, yeah. Oh, Rampart might be the youngest at 21. How old is Watson? 1 second. Let's find out. 22. Yeah, so Rampart's the youngest. Which I did not know. Actually thought she was older than 20.
I figured Watson was.
Yeah. Anyways. So it was narrowed down to 2 people, Caustic or Crypto, and Caustic pinned it all on Crypto, which got Watson all mad. But then Gibby found out the truth. I forget how he found out the truth, and told everyone that Caustic's a lying piece of fucking shit. It wasn't Crypto that leaked it. To Rev. Caustic wanted to ally himself to Revenant, and like fucking really hardly, and Revenant was having none of it.
That just sounds like Revenant.
Yeah, he was like, "I don't want a simp. Fuck you."
It's a simp. Imagine.
Yeah. And so yeah, that's pretty much that whole thing.
Midnight.
We didn't do the referral. Yeah, I've heard of her. Those with fight in them, they're not hard to miss. But I don't really care about what kind of weapon you use. You can soup it up, mod it up, hell, put bloody rockets on the damn thing. It all comes down to who you are and what you do with it. The war might be over, but the fight ain't. Never is. Can't let your guard down, because if you, someone better will take advantage of it. In the end, you're left with a polished pistol on display and a hole in your head. And from experience, I put a few holes in the head. Gonna be off the grid for a while. But keep an eye on your girl, see if she's got more than just a shop full of toys. If you're right, out of the list. Thanks for the tip. And the drink. Legend. Just a bloody name. That sounds like Bangalore, but it's not credited to her.
No.
And even in the image, it is Bangalore. Like, if you look, it has...
Yeah, no, it's definitely, I think it is Bangalore. They just never said it outright, because that would not be out of character, but not be, you know what I mean? Just not something she would come off as saying.
Yeah. So I know season 7 takes place after the comic where Gibby meets up with his ex and they do some crazy ass plan, but I could not remember everything about it.
Oh, neither can I. I barely remember any of the lore as is.
Yeah.
Midnight Pint. Right, mate. I've been knocked down, taken out, hit with both sides hundreds of times, and that was just one gauntlet run on a Thursday. But this one was a blast. Big Sister's crap of a gang blindsided me at the shop. I mean, do they think they're from the bloody fringe world? They ain't that tough. I'm just saying, if you're gonna throw a party, at least book a DJ or a band if you'd prefer real music. But don't show up causing a ruckus and expecting not to get punched in the bloody face. Those plunkers were just pissed that I ran circles around them in the club. Cleaned them out pretty good if I don't say so myself. But I ain't staying down. Never do. And now I'm in the bloody big leagues. No more brawling for coin against small town street gangs. Not gonna try. My shop may be gone.
Let me see what the not anymore is just what that means.
Oh, not anymore. My shop may be gone, but the name Rampart ain't. I reckon only one thing left to do. Go out, make it legendary, and be back in time for a midnight pint. And that's a Thursday.
Hell
Her
yeah.
character's cool. I don't like she's even broken in the game with her passive, but still.
I know, I don't think she's crazy in the game. And I think she fucking...
I mean, she makes the Spitty basically just revert the nerf.
That is true. That part is true.
She gives you OG Spitty, so I mean, I can't...
Yeah, so this is a gossiper that we haven't gotten much on, but they fucking run a gossip blog. So, greetings, Chico D's. Chico Sautel here with the latest Apex This is actually what got me into looking at the loading screens to see if she's ever been mentioned before. It's like, who the fuck are you? Here with the latest Apex gossip. Last week, we reported on the mega blow-up between Wraith and Mirage, hot off the cold shoulder roommate Rampart was giving him, which crushed my Ram Rage, which is apparently the ship name between Rampart and Mirage, which sounds fucking cringe! Like, who came up with that ship name? By the way, that was not the writer's attempt at coming up with the ship name. That was them incorporating the fucking fanon ship name for them. I gotta say, you gotta come with better ship names if you want to ship. Just the rules.
Yeah.
You know? Like, if you want to ship, come up with good ship names.
Maybe the Bamboozle, you know?
Yeah,
Something good, not whatever they called it. Like, not whatever that is.
Like the Bamboozle, because guns and bamboozle.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bamboozle.
Yeah.
Literally, it could be Bam and Boozle. Something like that.
Yeah. Because, like, the ship names are just the portmanteau of the two characters' names. Can work together, but that only works if the character's name, like, mesh well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't mesh well. It's just...
Yeah. Whereas they're, like, all the Ruby ship names, you know the Ruby franchise?
No, not really.
Oh, so they always come with creative names for it, like White Rose or fucking Cookies and Milk, like, and shit like that. So that's just fun. Those are just really fun ship names. Anyways, which crushed my Ram Rage loving heart. Before you come at me, age is just a nod. Red prince, just a rum. Although
the thing is, they're both over.
Okay, true, but out of context.
Out of context.
Yes.
Out of context, that is awful to say.
Yeah.
But 30 and 21.
Oh yeah, no. I get that. True love knows no bounds, and let's face it, he's 30 going on 21 anyways. That's one of my favorite lines.
Right.
Well, this morning, I hear Elliot is mending fences and turning over new leaves. He gifted Rammy Ram a set of new wrenches. Yeah, whatever floats your boat, sweetie. And gave Wraith a birthday? Girlfriend didn't have one? No, she didn't. Now he's back in good grace with both ladies, so let the shipping wars begin. Here's hoping the inner bad boy returns because adulting wit is tres lame. Sorry, but I prefer the black sheep of the family instead. He's definitely not the black sheep of the family, knowing his mom, thankfully. Which reminds me.
She doesn't remember him, though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, which reminds me. But she was still proud of him when he did remember. Mm-hmm. When she did remember. Yeah. If you're reading this, Cray, Mama's worried sick. Turn yourself in. Tomorrow, the full scoop on Cutie, Crypto, and Natalie. Will they ever reunite?
Cutie, Crypto. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna literally jump off of a bridge.
Yeah. The only thing cringer than that is the shipping of Watson and Caustic.
Oh, I hate that. Even though it's actually Wraith and Watson. I ship Wraith and Watson.
That's a decent ship. I rate that. I honestly no. Wait, can you do a Scottish accent?
No, I can't do a Scottish accent.
Then I'm gonna fucking read the Horizon ones for the fun of it.
Well, you gotta read Crypto. You're gonna read 3 in a row here, bud.
I mean, I wasn't reading all of Crypto's.
Ah, fair enough.
I've only read some. They just always happy to land on them.
True. Same with the Mirage, so I can't complain.
Dr. Reed, is it? Nice to meet you, darling. Have a seat.
And then this is not actually Dr. Reed. This is her in her fucking capsule pretending to talk to her.
Oh, hi, I'm a big bloody liar who'll eat your secret recipe scones and leave you to die in space. I must say, this resume of yours is mighty impressive. A degree in deception, a master's in double crossing. Chance you've got a doctorate in refining all that bromanthium you stole from me. You're gonna need it. Oh, no, but I got my first aid training. Ah, I see. Must come in handy patching up loved ones after you stab them in the back. You have any references? Oh, yes. First one's the devil. Second's a flesh-eating disease, and I imagine the third's just me doing a funny voice. 'Cause I'm a magic bloody liar.
Now, I find the flesh-eating disease kind of funny because of what the current season is happening.
I could have been foreshadowing to the season.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, I didn't see why you wanna be a great unregrettable hire. Now go boil your head in a pot of stew and we'll be in touch.
Love Horizon. Great personality. Completely done with. I want to see more between her and Dr. Reed.
Oh, same. But they're not going to happen because she's no longer stuck in a capsule in space.
Yeah.
Okay. Crypto. Wit is on his hands and knees, cheek to the ground. Against my better judgment, I asked what he's doing. Mirage says this floating city is a masterpiece. Its whirs and purrs and inspiration are inspirational to him. Right. He's an idiot, but he's still an engineer. He offers his hand, saying he owes me an apology. I'd heard rumors he'd turn over a new leaf. Not entirely sure I trust it. He asked me to listen to him. Genius to genius. I love Mirage. Curiosity got the better of me. Not there, he says. Here, I cross to where he points. Press my cheek to the metal floor. I hear nothing, but my face is stuck. An invisible adhesive. Psych! He exclaimed. Whip placed a foot on me and snapped a photo. As he tells me not to worry, the adhesive will wear off in a few minutes. I ask about his supposed new leaf. I watch his boot walk away as he high-fived a dupe. I'm growing as a person, he chuckles, but I'm still me, old man.
I love how he calls him old man as a reference to the fucking launch trailer for Crypto, where Crypto called him an old man. Also, take a look at the loading screen, by the way, for that.
Oh god, I love that.
It's literally
their interaction.
Yeah, it's literally just his face stuck to the fucking ground. The Peak of the Foundation. History of the Outlands. Excerpt from Chapter 4. Oh no, we're reading a history textbook! Ah!
Skip it!
In 2640, the billionaire humanitarian Lillian Peck built Olympus, a city in the sky where people of all socio-economic backgrounds could work and learn together. They excelled in areas of science, mathematics, music, literature, and the arts. Olympus produced a number of breakthroughs for the Outlands, including developments in eco-friendly jump drives for short-distance vessels, a phase tech for immediate transportation called the Phase Runner, and drone technology for health and security systems. All were welcome, hoping to usher in a golden era for the Outlands. Instead, these researchers made a troubling discovery. All energy resources throughout the Outlands were on a rapid decrease. In less than 20 years, they would be non-existent, which is where Pathfinder comes in.
I just looked at the next thing. It's another recipe, baby!
Oh my god.
I got all 30 recipes!
Coincidence.
I landed on Mirage, Pathfinder, Wraith, every recipe. I'm not complaining at all. I'm not complaining.
Should I just mail you my Overwatch cookbook at this point?
I have an anime cookbook behind me.
No, but the Overwatch cookbook is fire, in all seriousness. If you want to ever cook anything from it, I would just photocopy you the recipes. Because it's got, like, 3 recipes from each of the characters that were added,
That's really cool.
which were added up to the game. So, everyone before Sigma, which is a shame, because that means nothing from the Netherlands. But, it's broken up into, like, the Americas, like, Canada, there's one Canadian recipe. Which is Canada, like, the USA, and Mexico, and then Brazil. Then I believe it's Africa and stuff, then it's Europe, and then it's the Asias.
Pong.
Yeah,
Definitely have to figure out.
Each character's is one like appetizer / dessert, a main dish, and a drink. A lot of them are alcoholic though.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
Listen, right YouTube, I don't want to get banned.
Twitch. I said nothing. We're apple juice. Okay. Oh god, the name of this one. Pass me that sugar cookies.
Thank you,
Okay.
Lifeline. Very cool.
When I was a bitty thing, the made cookies with me.
It
What?
sounds so cringe when you don't even try to do the accent.
I'm not trying to do a Jamaican accent. I'm not trying.
It sounds worse when you don't.
But it's gonna sound awful if I try.
I think it sounds worse because you're like, "Da made cookies with me."
Da made cookies with me. He and Ma were always busy. Yes, I can't do it.
I'll give it a fucking try. Fuck it. When I was a bitty thing, I'll try. When I was a bitty thing, they made cookies with me. He and Ma were always busy. But now and again, we'd march down to the kitchens, shoo off the cooks, and make a batch or two. On Olympus, we got fancy ingredients picked right out of the gardens. When things looked down in the corpse, I made them again. Now I can get all the fancy chocolate and sugar Fast May has got, but it don't taste the same. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, mix in 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and 1 tablespoon of salt with a fork? With a fork? With a fork!
With a fork!
In a large clean bowl, bucket or helmet in another, cream 2 sticks of softened butter, and 1 cup of granulated sugar. 1 cup of light brown sugar, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract with a fork. Listen to your favorite song. Mixes better when you got your jam. And yeah, add 2 large eggs with mixing each after each egg. Gradually beat in a flour mixture until it's uniform, and add 2 cups of chocolate chips. Bake balls of dough and ungreased baking sheets for 9 to 11 minutes until golden brown. Then serve them up. And remember, put plenty of love in them. That's what makes them the best. Honestly, for someone who grew up with the cinnamon, like the apple cinnamon, you know what I'm talking about, right? The cereal.
Yeah. Oh
With
yeah.
with the
Applejack's like that.
Apple Jacks. Thank you. As someone who grew up with the Apple Jacks commercials, I'm ashamed I can't do a better Jamaican accent. Like, as someone who grew up with those commercials.
I've literally been to the Virgin Islands and like gone by Jamaica, and everyone in the Virgin Islands has a Jamaican accent, and I can't do it myself. So
Like-
I don't know what to tell you.
Like, I'm ashamed of myself.
You grew up with a cereal. I've been there, and I can't even
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do this next week. See that one. Legal Eagles. Oh no, this is gonna be like another like document. Oh, I hate the document ones. Okay, Miss Perrick or however.
I do not know, if I'm being real.
Neither do I. Parrick. I would say Parrick.
Yeah.
Attached is the final contract for your perusal. We added the emotional damage clause, which includes the storefront you requested.
Oh,
to
that's
open the second location
that's
on
Rampart. That's Rampart.
Yeah, Rampart's mods on Olympus, as well as the safe return of all personal belongings retrieved from the Paradise Lounge on Solus last month. In return, Rampart mods agreed to drop the civil suit against Hammond Engineering and modify the Trident to our specifications in time for the new season. We all reviewed your request to move Mr. Witt's locker room to, and I quote, your eloquence, any bloody barn full of cow pies. Unfortunately, finding cow pies on a floating city proved difficult, but we did find a compost heap that will be transferred to Mr. Witt's quarters on the dropship immediately. We hope this will suffice. And on a personal note, Miss Parrick, it's hard to believe you're only 21. In all my years practicing law, nobody has proven to be such a challenge in negotiation. It was lovely to have met my match. May our paths never cross again. With all due respect, Shale Amasi, Chief Legal Officer, Hammond Engineering.
I love that. It's like, man has never cross again.
May they never cross again. Also, any bloody barn full of cow pies. 10 out of 10 line.
That's fucking illegal for you are a terrifying woman and you scare the fuck out of me. I never want to try to negotiate with you again. Oh. History's Riff. I don't know either of these characters.
Same.
I guess they run a Apex talk show from the looks of it now. Waldorf. This is the talk. We'll just alternate on this for ones like this. So I'll read Waldorf and you read Norma, I guess.
Okay.
This is the Talkin' Legends podcast with Norma and Waldorf, and we're talking Olympus. Now, wasn't that place supposed to bring the Outlands to our golden ages? Instead, we got a slaughter of Tenmai, weird experience by the IMC. It's always the IMC. And then there's that dangerous bubble rift thing.
You know, actually created back in the late 2650s. Some friends of mine were convinced evidence that it's connected to the energy.
Oh, actually, I thought that the Syndicate was going to interfere and cut off the broadcast there because they don't like talk of like the energy crisis because it's what keeps them in power. But no. Oh, here we go with the energy crisis again. That never happened.
Classic ignorance. It doesn't matter unless it affects you. But the truth is, it would have if it wasn't stopped. And I've heard that the rift is part of what happened. We've got to understand and learn about from our history. It's the only way to avoid repeating it.
Sure, but I'll tell you what's history. The Forge Museum on Gaia has filed for bankruptcy. I guess people just don't care about that guy anymore. More on after these messages.
This man's doing a whole conspiracy theory with the energy crisis. She's like, you know what else is history? Bankruptcy in the Gaia Museum. What a way to shift topics.
I really wish I didn't know like this guy's tone until like that line, and I wish I'd been using the sure, but I'll tell you what's history voice that whole time. Alright, I'm gonna go grab a fucking snack so you read this one, because I think this is the, actually no, read the fucking Project Marathon, because it's one of the legal ones, and tell me the basic of it.
Okay. So skip this one and go to the Project Marathon?
No, I'll read Time Traveler's Money afterwards, just...
Okay, yeah, no, so I'm saying skip Time Traveler's Money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read the legal bullshit for it.
Fine. Project Marathon, day 267, test 1134-8. Subject 1, composite basketball plus 1 integrated pulse beacon. Destination Troy. Status successful. Note: the subject was introduced to phase runner prototypes Delta at local time 1430. Subsequent reading were consistent with mathematic projects that impact would occur on the frontier planet Troy. Coordinates reading from the integrated beacon were recorded successfully and indicates a spatial displacement equal to the distance between Samoth and Troy. Subject 1134-8 is thus far the largest object by volume to successfully make landfall at the target destination. This suggests that the mass of the object affects its trajectory even within the alternative planes. Additional research into the phenomenon will be required.
That's just a fucking phase runner, huh?
It's just talking about like the first steps of the phase runner going from Samoth to Troy.
Got it. Also, so people always talk about Dorito dust. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that ain't the shit that's sticky. Nah, it's the Cheeto dust that's fucking sticky as shit.
Right.
You can't get that motherfucker off even if you lick your fingers. I literally went and grabbed some chips and then noticed the bag of it was Cheetos. And I was like, I'm gonna go put this back because I'm not gonna be able to get those off in time.
Right. But basically, this was just talking about the first prototypes of the phase runner going from Samoth to Troy with a basketball and a pulse beacon to send out coordinates.
So someone knows. So yeah, someone at Hammond. That's right. Someone at Hammond knows where Loba yeeted Revenant's head because of that. Because they found out about the because it transmits coordinates. So that makes sense. Let's do history's... No, not history. Time travel is money. Dear Miss Tobin, thank you kindly for the generous offer. But after a wee brush with an unreliable co-worker, I've decided to strike out on my own. Be a way off yet till I rely on others, including your prestigious company for my income. Though I'll admit, it's hard saying no to your additional offer of Hammond's fine resources for my time travel research. But decided, I'm quite happy getting what I need from my Apex winnings. You'd be awful surprised what a blood sport pays. Finally, thank you dear for your condolences on my son. But keep the head that it's just a wee bit of interlude keeping us apart. I'll have in my arms soon enough. Take care. Dr. Mary Somas. I love Horizon. She's quickly growing to be one of my favorite legends. Actually,
so you're reading her story and stuff.
Yeah, actually, from a lore... I was going to say in a gameplay perspective I hate her, but she's now not as obnoxious.
Yeah, no, she's a lot better now. She's a lot more balanced and stuff.
Yeah. If this was before Season 9, I would say, I love her story, hate her character, but now, in the game, she's fine now.
Yeah, she's a lot more balanced. I like her now.
It was when she was fucking able to sit on top of that thing the whole time that drove me crazy.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. It was so annoying because they would never get taken down until it went away. Mm-hmm. So it was just always a pain.
Well, I don't know why. Even though they weren't moving that much, they were still a pain in the ass to hit.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know why, actually. It's because there was no momentum, so she could instantly start traveling in any direction.
Yeah, true.
So, unlike on game, where you have to, ramp up momentum so it's harder to dodge bullets like that, well, that doesn't work now. Anyways, continue.
Okay, yeah.
This is another fucking... Yeah, this is another, this is my turn again, because this is another, Horizon one.
Oh, okay. Go for it.
They all looked at me with blank stares as if I said some nonsense like, well, that's only if X equals the temperature of the negative space, not the specimen itself. Yes, my old friend. I still use that joke to get our confirmations with wannabe scientists now and again. They never know how to answer and just agree. But unfortunately, this wasn't a joke. Wait, no. I'm confused. Oh, I see. This isn't... Okay, I've misread this. Nope, you go.
Oh, okay. They're all looking at me with blank stares as if I said some nonsense like, well, that's only if X equals the temperature of negative space, not the specimen itself. Yes, my old friend, I still use that joke to get out of conversations with wannabe scientists now and again. They never know how to answer and just agree. But unfortunately, this wasn't a joke. This energy crisis is real.
Alex
researchers on Olympus have shown me almost too many scenarios that all end in disasters by 2699.
Hey.
The Outlands in 69. The Outlands were built.
Great year to die, to be fair. Great year to die.
You're right. I couldn't be mad.
Yeah.
Were built for long term. It was just an exploration until the IMC returned, but those years turned into centuries, and now we're paying the price. I've got another presentation to other benefactors coming up and could use your help. Bring your whole family. Bring Reed.
Okay, so we're at 27. So we're at 2733, which means their postponing of the energy crisis worked slightly.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Bring Reed. You're gonna need that assistant. It'll be like the good old times. Plus, I love to see my little Newton again. I am his godmother after all. Hope I can count on you, and if it doesn't work, we may have to do this ourselves.
So that means potentially...
Love you, dear Peck.
So that means potentially... So this is from Pathfinder's creator, or one of Pathfinder's creators, to Horizon. Which means Horizon might know about Pathfinder. You just haven't figured it out yet.
Well, Pathfinder actually, in headcanon, before the games happen, he sees her as his creator because of how smart she is.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so this is what got me on the lore train, this insert warning here. I actually read this originally on, the loading screen and was confused as fuck by it. But now I get it. So this seems to be a conspiracy by someone in charge of the game to kill off Fuse. Because this is clearly written from a PR person, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can tell from the way it's written.
And so, it sounds like, and unlike most of them where they might have a planned obituary, that's what I was looking for. This seems way too easy to just. It's the only one that they've ever done it for, and since insert mourning here implies that it feels like it's implied that it's planned. So there might be a conspiracy to kill off Fuse, which would be interesting.
Valk almost did it in the season 9 intro.
Yeah. Alright. Once I was chip.
Oh, you're good.
Walter Fitzroy, better known as Fuse, died insert date here due to insert cause of death here. He was insert age here. Fitzroy, previously a mercenary, shunned all of Salvo when he qualified for the Bloodsport Bone Cage at the age of 51, the oldest person to ever compete. Despite early skepticisms, alternate, ridicule, mockery, Editor's note. The explosives expert made history with the longest win streak in Bone Cage history. 21 matches, demolishing the previous record by 13, and garnering hordes of fans. Fitzroy courted controversy, however, joining the Apex Games as Salvo joined the Syndicate space in 2734. Oh, so I guess it's been an entire year since the Apex Games canonically started. Or at least when we started to look at them. Details of exploits here, maybe a quote from the legend with the hair, or the cute one with the face. Mirage, and cute one with the face could be many of the legends, let's be fair.
Boba, Watson, maybe Watson.
Yeah, but like lots of legends could be considered cute. I'm just saying. I mean, Crypto ain't, not Crypto. Crypto's weird looking. I'm sorry, buddy, but like, no, fucking, I meant Octane. They're both green.
Yeah.
So I got them. Octane's pretty good looking under that mask. Other than his gangly ass nails. Seriously, brother, you gotta get those checked out.
It's the adrenaline rush of almost cutting himself every time he does something.
Yeah. Or the cute one with the face. He didn't miss a step, bringing his explosive fighting style and irrepressible swagger to the games. Unfortunately, his swagger cost him his life when insert cause of death here, tone down the gore. Editor's note. Walter Fitzroy survived by look for anyone close to him. If no one, cut this and add an end quote about the peace/unrest from an important Salvonian. If no one exists, if one exists. Haha. Editor's note. Alright. Now it's another Waldorf and Norma, so we go back and forth.
I was Norma.
Yeah. This is Talking Legends, podcast with Norma and Waldorf, and we're talking Salvo inauguration ceremony happening this weekend at Kings Canyon, and mysteries abound.
That's right. There's Salvo, the first Fringe world ever to join the Syndicate. There's Fuse, making a debut at the ceremony,
which is going to be a historically epic party. So the real mystery is why the #1 Apex Legends podcast, us, still don't have tickets to the ceremony. Any theories, Norma?
Other than they've been sold out for months, if I had to guess, I'd say your non-stop badgering of Mirage on social media last week.
It doesn't ring a bell. I think there's more at play here.
There really isn't. Here, straight from Mirage's feed, from the last time at Dwarf Legends, I can't get you tickets. I can, however, get you bamboozled. Not my best work, but that's on you. Won't see you there. Love, Elliot.
Norma, you promised you wouldn't. Anyway, we'll hear more about Salvo and Fuse after these messages from our sponsors.
God, I love their interactions so much. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Me or you for this one? Because we kind of... no, it's Lifeline. That's you. You make an accent.
Oh my god. Oh boy. You could probably do it better is the funny part. I'm just only confident enough to do it.
Yeah.
Jacob is, oh god, Jacob is her father, I think? Let me check. Apex Legends. There's actually a list of NPCs I should pull up. Because I know that's not the name of one of the legends, obviously.
Yeah. Jacob Young, who commissioned Lifeline's parents.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
No, Jacob isn't her parents. It's somebody who commissioned her parents.
Is the prime director of the of public relations. That's who it is. Along with Cheryl Amasi, he was involved in the cover-up and containment of a revenant following James McCormick. Got it. Jacob, I know you're a sane man. A rational man. We both know a bald-faced marketing scheme when we see it. So it's no use mincing words. We got a bunch of warmongers joining the union, and it's your job to pretty up. Fine, it is what it is. But your bosses just made life harder for me and mine. Salvo's got no love for the Frontier Corps. And we both know it. Both know their weapons are gonna start making the rounds twice as fast now that they're legal trade. A lot of folk out there got this hard enough. Throwing a rocket launcher that levels an outpost with a sneeze, and every squabble teen neighborhoods could turn deadly. Squabble tween, not as in teenagers. Know for a fact that the president of the Frontier Corps is ready to make a statement. Figure it'd look good for you if she talks up all the support the syndicate's giving the cause. They're stretching too thin as it is, and they're about to get stretched a lot thinner. We both know it's the least you could do. Cheers. AJ, Lifeline, Share. Yeah, I think that's one of the more straightforward though, Ritz.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's your turn for Freedom of Salvo.
Why the best and other planets can go piss off by Margaret
Cohair?
Cohair, year 7. I love Salvo. Salvo is the blessed place to live, and everyone wishes they lived here. And that's why they keep coming here and telling us how to live. R.I.P. Some eggs came by our place last winter saying they wanted to bring peace to our land. Uncle Tama grabbed his rocket launcher so fast you should have seen them run. He's a real crack up. Me and Wally laughed so hard we changed our pants twice. In conclusion, all they want is our choice weapons. They say they want peace, but they all want power. Good luck getting it from Warlord Jack. Can't wait till I get old, because I'm going to be the one to tell him where to stick it. The end. Also, when can me and Wally sit next to each other in class again? We won't talk, and we already gave you most of our knives.
Salvo culture is fucking interesting. It's just like Australia on drugs.
Indeed. Australian drugs is scary.
Yeah. And here we go. The Chaos and Love Ode to Boone, which is Bloodhound have a line saying that Fuse reminds them of someone that they once knew. Which is clearly their lover Boone. So so Chaos and Love lie side by side. One wreak of destruction, and the other pride. To the end of days I carry this weight, to save you from your hemscare fate. On the Biarg of the canyon I reminisce, the dawn we met by dusk we kiss. But winter falls the heart astray, never us together, never he and they. He made his choice, expelled from the land. They remained for he in bluff and the sand. I spoke for my farewell, my wrath, my pain. I killed the Osder for the good in your name. Boon, to thee my first heart is bound. With chaos and love, Odin's moonen I'm found. Alright, I looked up all these. I believe Rikar is brings, kind of obviously, but let me double check. But I do know Osder is Rikar is mighty or distinguished. So one strong in destruction. But so Osdir is unseen, which is very interesting because we've not heard what the unseen is yet. Bjarg is the cliff of the canyon. And what's Fardavel? I literally looked these all up. That's the funny part. Fardavel is goodbye. I spoke goodbye to my wrath and my pain. And yeah, that's that one. So they mentioned them once and wishes that and mentioned that Bloodhound wishes that they could talk to Arthur about Boone and the Osdir. So I'm interested to see what those are. Looks like we're getting Bloodhound North eventually, but Bloodhound North. We don't have enough.
We do not. Back on Salvo, when I was just a whelp with 2 arms, 2 eyes, and 0 clue, my merc group got hired by a dairy farmer to bash some meatheads he thought were killing his livestock at night until he paid up. So we watched the fields eating the farmer's cheese with a bloody massive MoMA prowler is on us. She'd been one wrecking the farmers' lives, and she set the wrecking ours by swallowing my best mate. So I dove in after her. I was neck deep in her when I realized I didn't have a
No, you missed the best part of that line. I was neck deep in her neck.
Oh, I was neck deep in her neck when I realized I didn't have a plan to get us out. With classic timing, the farmer's cheese turned over in my guts and it came out of me. I pulled the pins off every gas grenade we had. The MoMA ripped a huge belch. Pal and me went flying, and the MoMA barreled off, gas coming out both eyes. The farmer tried to pay us in cheese, but I nearly had a spew. So they gave me a guitar instead. And that's the story of my first 6-string.
Fucking Hughes is insane.
He is very insane.
Right. The Cruiser-class Essex warship is a sight. Reminds me of when Jackson and I were back on Gridiron. I would have skated through basic if it weren't for him. He wouldn't let the prank war rest, so neither could I. He dyed my fatigues pink. I glued his boots to the barracks floor. He had my helmet in seed so that birds dive on me. I soaked his pants in prowler pheromones, which, I don't get into that. It wasn't until I went on the offensive and put laxative in his rations, only to have our commanding officer accidentally eat him. Oof. Turned her inside out for 2 days. We got the stick for that. Had to scrub an Essex from stem to stern with our toothbrushes. Seeing that cruiser get wrecked, it hurts. Someone cleaned her. Someone like Jackson. There's no one like Jackson. Heh, you all know this Maggie was responsible for that crash. But Mirage will spread some blame on the IMC for making that ship. I wonder if I've got any of that prowler pheromones known that way. So yeah, this and the April Fool's update gave us a bit more side into Bangalore's actual fun side.
So is the hidden pranks and everything in her?
Yeah.
Okay. T for 2. Dearest Eduardo.
Oh, this is Lifeline's family to Octane's family. Because they're both rich pharmaceutical companies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We missed you at the gala. Though perhaps you were the smart one for not attending. How long has it been anyway? Since before the amputation, I think. How you keep up with that boy at your age, I'll never know. But on the less embarrassing topics, as of yesterday, Warlord Sandringham Kelly on the Fringe World Salvo has become Supreme Warlord Kelly of the Syndicate planet Salvo. And that is good news indeed. You must meet the man. He is unique, a hidden treasure, much like the profit margins in the munitions.
On his munitions.
On his munitions. But stay away from his detractors, especially that Mad Maggie. That one makes AJ look like a saint. Though her ambitions were impressive for a Salvonian, I mean. Not that I judge.
Planetist?
Planetist? I don't know what you would call that. Yeah.
Like, it's not a race. They're fucking humans.
They're humans, just on a different planet, I guess.
Yeah.
Regionist. I don't know. Look at me, gossiping like I live in a hen house. You've been so quiet lately. Have you picked up a new hobby? Does she have a name? Darian and I insist that you tell us everything over tea. And who knows? Maybe the Sylvonians have a seat at the table for you too. Can you imagine? Chess and Silvas working together. Won't this be fun? Awaiting your call, Charity.
Ah, fuck, it's 3 characters. We need to summon a 3rd person.
Summon quickly. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Yeah. It'd be weird to drag someone in for just one thing. Let's see. Do we have any that aren't back to back? Like, Looks like Scud and Bar never have a line. Oh no, Scud and Bar have a line back to back here. Damn it. Fuck. Fuck. Why are you like this?
I
guess we'll make two. I guess we'll do Scud and Bag.
I'll do more.
Yep. Should we take a bloody break? My foot's getting tired.
Keep kicking, you mud thumper.
If the cracked talon finds out, Maggie will. I'm...
Wait.
Yeah.
Bag, UNF.
Just a grunt. Ugh!
Yeah, I heard you. You're next.
No, but yours was a grunt as well. UNF. That's probably a grunt as well. Yeah. I hear the cracked talon's boss, Mad Maggie. She's got him doing all kinds of crazy...
Expletive.
Yeah.
Well, our boss Kelly got us kicking, so we kick.
No. What's that, Scud?
What's that, Scud? No, that's me. I'm fine.
You're right, I'm dumb.
What's that, Scud?
I'm gonna join the cracked talon. You wouldn't survive one of me. Shut up! Oh, no, UNF. Okay, that is not a grunt, huh? Alright, fair enough. Ugh. I'm going where I can. Make big my... what's the full word? Ugh. Potential? My ribs. Yeah, we can make big my full potential for murdering and exploding and stuff. You coming?
If we end up kicking for Mad Maggie...
Alright, up you go, Kickbag. Shout about the kicking. It's business, eh? Put in a good word for us. You two are bloody scum. You'll fit right in. Oh, we got a Mirage one.
Okay. See? It can happen to anyone. At least when I creatively landed my ship. It wasn't in the middle of Kings Canyon, like the Syndicate ship that crashed at the ceremony. Sure, mine crashed in a populated metropolitan area, but that city came out of nowhere. And this just proves my bigger point. Always buy new. After the Mirage Voyage crashed, I find out my mechanic put all these old IMC parts salvaged from busted old warships in her. If my girl had been all IMC, like the ceremony ship, I would have crashed into the combination orphanage and petting zoo of rare animals. The fluffy kind. Tragic. And before you start up the old, ain't the Paradise Lounge old? No, it's vintage. There's a difference. Old is bad. Vintage is good. And everything in here works just fine. No matter what Ramya says. Ramya says? I can't pronounce her name.
I think it's Ramya.
Ramya? Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, sorry, about the ship. Wally. It happens to all of us at some point. Where was I? Oh yeah, another coldie coming up. I love how just off topic he is 90% of the time.
He's like, where's my brain? Wait, what? Wait. I need to check this out. The current quest line, not quest line, but the current comic book is called is called The Legacy Antigen. So that's interesting. Wonder what that refers to. Looking forward to finding out, though. I'm looking forward to finding out, to say the least. Because it doesn't sound good. Alright, so these take place right after North Star in the Season 9 launch trailer and are followed by the Legacy Antigen quest. Alright. Guess who's coming to dinner is the name of this one. Koa. Makoa, I assume? Yes, so this is from Makoa to Nick. Okay. Could you have taken any longer to get back to me? I was freaking out after seeing everything on the news about that Salvonian lunatic. Try not to die between now and Pathfinder's shindig. Okay, speaking of, I've spoken to Michael and we're accepting your invitation for the ceremony. But we're getting our own place. Don't argue with me. Oh wait, no, this is to Koa from Nick. Don't argue with me, Koa. I hear they're renting out some homes in between Apex matches. Cool, right? Michael, I can sip coffee and talk baseball in the same spot where someone almost murders you the night before. Aren't the Outlands great? Anyway, the Leviathan Stew better be waiting for me when I arrive. And don't worry about Michael. He promises to play nice. Please try to get along with him. For me, I'm glad you're okay, Koa. I just got you back in my life. I can't lose you again. This will be a new trip. This trip will be a new beginning for all three of us. It's gonna be killer, Koa. You'll see. Killer. So I actually wasn't expecting Nick to come back in the storyline after the one time he showed up, if I'm being real.
I knew. I thought I have this loading screen. I read it a little bit, but I didn't read a lot of it.
Yeah.
Okay. No cameras, no fans, no autographs. During the early days of the IMC ran Thunderdome games, alternative combat leagues and competitions began to pop up throughout the Outlands. Some run by small-town crime organizations, some by competing companies as a new source of income, and some just for the love of the fight. The latter, known today as arenas, founded by a group of former mercenaries, soldiers, and off-the-grid individuals. Arenas focuses on the personal fight. No cameras, no fans, no autographs. These fighters joined for one reason and one reason only: to win. More recently, the philosophy of arenas has caught the eye of the Apex Games commissioner, Cuban Bliss, who has openly supported the competition and listed his former colleague, the Simulacrum Ash, to assist in its expansion. Arenas matches can be found in various abandoned, unsanctioned, or illegal, as they say,
Legally, in question marks.
Legally obtained areas throughout the Outlands by off-the-book deals. Pop up overnight, some in preparations for weeks. By the way, to find them is to know someone connected. Arenas are only for the worthy. Excerpt from Tabloid and the Outlands Chronicles by Cam Solian.
Okay, and now we have a Mandrake Hotel and Casino security log. Ooh. This actually might be interesting. Oh, this is about Valk. Okay. Nothing to report except a headache and bored leg syndrome. Is that a syndrome? Nothing to report. Hunger levels rising. Never anything to eat in this mold fest. Could possibly eat the mold. Nothing. Oh god, why do I have this job? It's stable, Linda. If you can call erratic shifts, predatory management, and slave place stable. Maintenance worker arrived, pushing a large trolley full of something. That's covered up, but also odd that she just stopped by the Tsar for zooming whiskey. I guess she wants her job less than me. I'm sure she's moving to avoid cameras, but I'm also sure she just flirted with the girl at the bar. This shift just got interesting. She's positioned her trolley behind slot B36, the one underneath the skylight. She's cute. Found out what covered her trolley. A jetpack, which she just attached to the slot mezzanine and used to fly out the frickin' skylight. I am so fired. Screw this job. Screw management. I'm deleting this file and get it gone. Good luck, angelic maintenance worker, whoever the hell you are.
Hooray.
Damn. Valk she just gave up about that. It's like fucking bullshit. Fucking lying.
Hey, you know what? I'm taking this.
Nah.
Okay.
Rampart.
Kampai.
Kampai. That's cheer, by the way.
Yeah, I figured. She sits at a grimy bar, sipping on
grimy. Fucking grimy. You never heard this word before?
That's grimy, I know.
Okay.
I said grimy. I don't know why I said grimy. Sits at a grimy bar, sipping a grimy pint, as bottles, fists, and teeth fly. It's a no-holds-barred bar brawl. And yet, only one thought runs through Rampart's mind. Oh, a relaxing night off. I would call her Rampart because I can't say her name. Rampart reaches out for a new bottle, casually ducking a shoe that somehow found its way through the air, as her eyes catch the other patron not engaging in casual property destruction. Fancy a top-up, mate. She offers a patron, a woman quietly fuming. The woman considers her whiskey's full. She throws it back in one. Sure, tide was low anyway. Rampart squints. You've got a face like a wet weekend, mate. Don't fancy the evening's entertainment? Oh, I fancy it fine. You spun an impressive web of insults, blame, and confusion to the biggest idiots in here. Then sat back and watched as the house of cards came tumbling down. Quite a party. It's a talent, and yet you still look grounded. The woman laughed. Grounded? You know me better. You know it's what. If you knew me better, you'd know that's funny. I'm Care, or I can't say
Kiari.
Ketty.
Kiari.
Yeah.
Hayari. Okay.
Kayari, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Pleasure is all mine. To many, I'm Rampart, and to me, with a cheeky grin, Rampart. They clink glasses. So then ask. So then again, I ask, why the frown? It's Valk. Valk sighs and finishes the second drink. Oh, you can't tell? I'm celebrating. Got a brand new ex. I'm telling you, this girl spat fire. That right, mate? This girl, she got a name. Sheila.
Wait, is that Valk that picked up Sheila in that loading screen? No, it's not. Okay. And it's definitely Octane that's in this.
Funny.
What the? This loading screen seems to have nothing to do with this dialogue.
No, it doesn't at all.
Yeah. Alright. And this is going to be People of Samathi versus Redacted. I guess I'll voice the People of Samanthi, and you voice whatever W is. Wait, didn't W come up earlier? Oh shit, WJ or something like that? Phone. Call. No, screen. Fuck, where is it? Oh wait, it's in one of Crypto's, name that, life. It's in season 3 probably. No, season 4 then. Where is it? It's one of Crypto's. That name has come up before. Let's see, I need to find it though. It's the person that Crypto mentioned ruining his life.
Oh,
it's not in season 3, so is it in season 6? Who's the person who set up Crypto? There it is, QW. It takes a liar. QW. I bet you that's the same guy, because the letters QW keep popping up fucking everywhere. So I bet you that's who it is. Anyways, do you recognize the defendant?
Oh, I forgot we're reading.
Yeah.
That's the one. Checked out the Icarus Fleet files. It's been years, but I remember.
This was back in October of 2733.
Sure.
And what is the Icarus Fleet?
Bunch of scavengers flew to what used to be Typhon. To sift through wreckage and grab anything of value. Ships never returned. They were lost in space.
So why would the defendant hunt them 2 decades later?
Didn't ask. Didn't care until a call came in for him. Don't know what the person on the other end said, but the defendant said the defendant said to chill up my spine. I believe it was, they'll never link us to the Icarus. They think we're the heroes, and we are. This just speeds up the process. I hand over the file. That's that. 6 months later, guess what shows up on my docs? and think just because you're involved with the Apex games and you got a pass, you murdering piece of.
So this is not obviously QW.
Do you want to do it then? Yeah.
Objection! Witness cannot address my client. My best. Oh, that's you. Fucking, I'm stupid.
Yeah. My best friend died because of you. I hope you rot in hell for what you've done.
All right. So I wonder. Obviously, yeah. I'm just curious now. All right.
Yeah.
So
I read the Rampart one.
Yeah. We didn't scatter him in one place. I mean, I thought about it. Thought about leaving him on that moon. On that moon off Typhon. Made his choices. And that's where they got him. But even then, angry as I was, I couldn't do it. So I brought him back with the North Star. He was still on ice from floating in space. Morbid, right? We had him cremated. That's all I did, really. He had other things in my mind. Making plans, getting money for the trip to the Outlands. Didn't have time to think about what to do with him. Mom took care of it. Not that I knew. Not until we got to Gaia. We were unpacking her house. It got windy, and she stopped everything. Grabbed the urn and marched out to the field and scattered his ashes on the breeze. She said she left some to Angela, right near the barn where he kept the North Star. Then she brought the rest in here, so he could be with his family. Keep an eye on us, Dad. You always did fly like a sky high sky high view. That's a weird phrase saying. With a high sky view would make more sense. But
you always did like a sky high view.
Oh, you did always. Thank you. I apparently became dyslexic for a moment.
Okay. There's another dad, basically nothing there.
Yeah.
My hero stories. My dad used to tell them to me.
Oh,
he had a lot of free time.
writer Manny Haugarian published an updated version of Mirage's pork chop recipes, since the in-game version uses incorrect amount of ingredients.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I'm gonna make it one day.
Yeah.
Stories. My dad used to tell me them all the time. We had a lot of free time as a kid and basically read every book the boarding school library had. He was drawn to the history of the Syndicate, which was personal to him because he grew up as a fan of the greatest legend of all time, Kuben Blisk, one of the very few residents of the frontier who was born on Earth in the core systems. Blisk began his career as a fighter at a young age in the old Thunderdome games, right here in the Outlands, where the Titan War began. Blisk enlisted the IMC's army and quickly climbed to the ranks of Toon Commander. However, the politics and corruption of war pushed the infamous fighter into the life of mercenary, where he could control his own fight and answer to no one but himself. My dad always related to that sense of independence, of course. It makes sense that makes sense after how his boyfriend ruined his life, and then my mom. Trust was hard for him as he pondered life and raised me. I really looked up to my dad, which is why he's my hero. Excerpt from My Hero Middle School Contest.
I don't know why they didn't just say it's fucking Valk, because it's fucking Valk.
It is, yeah.
There's no one else that could be.
Right.
Then a mercenary wife. I kept my mom in the dark about a lot of things, I guess. Everything. It sounds bad, but it was safer she didn't know. Even if it was time to go, I just said we were moving somewhere better, and hey, that part was true. Angel City was a ghost town. Farms, turbines, and hydro generators would break down eventually, so I packed her up and flew her halfway across the galaxy, from everything she'd ever known, to jump her on some planet she'd never heard of. Nice job, Kiardi. Real good kid you turned out to be. Then I found Blisk, and I didn't kill him. I made the right choice. No, I could have. That was enough. But I knew it wasn't over until I told Mom the truth. Next day, she made tea. We sat down in her living room, and I told her everything. I could barely look at her. Honestly, I kinda expected her to disown me. And she just looked at me dead in the eye and said, whatever that means. And translation is, you came all the way here, and all you did was shoot his cup? She at least brought back an eye or something. Turns out, Mom's smarter than I gave her credit for. Maybe she always was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I got a yawn that I'll read the fuse one.
Yeah.
The following is transcribed from the crumbling piece of paper dissolved next to a burned-out campfire and a dozen empty beverages on Kings Canyon. Maggie, Margaret, Mags, 5 decades of harassment, abuse, stealing my bloody kills. And then you follow me out here to wage war on my new mates. And then where'd you go do? What'd you go do? You cark it. You die on me. You fell. You're worse than a bloody sister. Except you know damn well I ain't never had one of those. I just had you. Whenever a deal went south, and they always did, you had my back. Who had my back? When I nearly drowned off the coast of Matakana?
Yeah.
Who pulled me out? When I couldn't stand the sight of those budgies living in cages in Miss K's classroom and let him out to follow the wind. Who took the blame? Even though everyone knew it was little Walter Fitzroy. Mad, bloody Maggie. That's who. That's who you were long before you took the name. Fierce, fearless, the finest damn warlord ever to walk Sylvanian soil, and now you're gone. Here's the thing, in the Outlands, mayhem and chaos are alive and well. And through them, maybe you live on. You said it best, mate. Kate, oh no. The next drink's for you.
And this is definitely a Mirage one, despite that.
Yeah.
So you can read it, because it's definitely Mirage.
It is, yeah. What's up, bro? I've been feeling extra been doing a lot of soul searching lately. I think my luck is about to change. They're loving the T6000 juicer. Haven't sold any yet, but they'll come, and then I'll be a real man. The kind of man who always, the kind of man anyone will be proud to call family. Did I tell you Lynn and I,
Lene.
Lene? Okay.
Yeah.
Lene and I are back in touch. She never could resist the charm. We're having lunch up in the clouds today. Literally, she's on Olympus for the Tin Man's thing. Guess they made him a statue. Even the damn Marvin's getting their shine. What do I gotta do, huh? When is my day? Anyway, you have a whole ship, Mirage. Calm down. Anyway, most places are closed, she said. Something about a burst pipe, giant weeds, or who knows. The woman in her imagination I always said she could jumpstart a trident with only a paperclip and a pipe dream. And she deserves better than a schmuck like me, and I'm working on it. So after lunch, it's back to work. Lots of meetings, maybe a big one. You never know. And then they'd all understand. Every game I missed, every night I wasn't home, it was all worth it. My son would finally appreciate my sacrifice and welcome me back with open arms. I'd be a hero, a legend. And the name Wit would mean some unfinished handwritten letter found in the men's room of Samoth-bound commuter ship.
Oh, so this isn't Mirage, but it's a letter to Mirage.
Letter to Mirage.
Interesting. And Lene definitely then means Mirage's mother, who's Evelyn Witt.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a nickname. And none of the event loading screens really have anything interesting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Alright, so then we have the comics that I haven't caught up on. Did you read chapter 1 of the Legacy?
Season 9? I think I didn't read it. I sped through it.
I'm on part 2, so if you want to quickly do that while I find the comic that showed Watson fucking up Stick.
Okay, yeah, here I'll load up Apex. Or I can just find it online.
No, there's a Legacy Antigen. It's a wiki page. Here, I sent a link.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, a wing and repair. That's part 2.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on the first one.
Yeah, part 1. Load. How do I cycle to the next one?
You have to go back and then go back in, unfortunately. It doesn't work properly.
It's annoying.
Yeah. What else can you do?
Right.
Oh, there's a director's cut of the Legacy Antigen? What the fuck? 1 second. I don't see anything different, really. How odd. I'm on part 2, so just don't read to part 2.
Gotcha. I'm catching up right now.
Yeah. Maybe just Google Apex Legends comics push to Twitter or something? Seriously, why the fuck do they make these so hard to find?
Oh, rip Loba, she dead.
Imagine.
That'd be great. Just dies. Rip.
Doesn't even get to fucking, do anything, just gets yeeted out of existence.
Right.
Let's see. Story pages now. Style comic, can I click on a link? There's not a link here, are you fucking serious? Did no one ever think to, like... Yeah, I need the Twitter comics, please. The Twitter comics, you fucking losers. It's so annoying.
Nah,
Like, I found a few of them, but I can't find the one that's kind of important. Which is why Caustic didn't nuke the fuck out of Soulless City like he was talking about, rather. Like, come on, man. We kind of need these. They're kind of important. Okay, I think I found them. It's A Shock to the System is the name of it. But I can't figure out which order it is. Okay, I figured out the order. I should be sharing my screen still so you can take a look at... oh, it's only showing 1 tab or something? Fuck. Oh, no, I'm showing the wrong screen. That's what's happening. Here we go. We can read this one together. So this is why Caustic didn't get a chance to nuke it. Oh wait, maybe I don't know which order it is. I'm gonna guess it's this order though. Okay. Allow me to so this is talking to. Oh, look at. Can I zoom in? I can't zoom in. Oh, I can't really zoom in well. Look at fucking. Come on. Oh, it just zooms back out automatically. But look at Bloodhound's face. They're just done with this shit. Allow me to assist. I am told I have excellent bedside manner. Soon, none of them will matter. The doctor, doing no harm as ever. Big Yellow's a no-show. When I find that ruthless, psychotic madmare, I'm gonna ask you to never repeat that to him. Do not worry. Dr. Caustic is no longer my concern. The doctor's fine, Natalie. Mumbling ominous threats, vanishing for days. That's Caustic classic. And if something was wrong, do you care what he did? No, not even a little bit. A larger sample size, such as, that. He's fucking coughing from the looks of it. Is he sick? Yes, from the looks of it. Sick like her dad was. Interesting. Doctor! Mon Dieu, so much caustic waste. Dr. Caustic said he disposed of that. Why dispose what I can? Harness. The effects on Soulless City will be most illuminating. Soulless City? No, that... A petri dish and nothing more. I'm sorry, Miss Paquette. Flawed thinking led you here. It's imperative you leave. Thousands of lives in Soulless City. Families, fathers and their daughters. Please consider. Consider the data. Consider all I could learn and how quickly I could learn it. Your father was a man of science. Surely you inherited his faculty for logic. There is nothing logical about killing innocents. Stop. There's still time to save... Oh. It's too late to save the city, Miss Paquette. It's too late to save any of us. Non mon ami. It is never too late. And then we have the follow-up, A Shock to the System, which is... Wow, that's some nice artwork, not gonna lie. Damn it! Tell me to turn off the gas. I would. Expedite your retreat, Miss Paquette. Not when so many depend on me stopping you. They suffer inconsequential lives of meaningless noise in death. I grant them purpose. Oh non me Dieu. This isn't about humanity's suffering. It's about yours. It's about ours. You're suffering because you've pushed me away. Because you're afraid when the end comes you'll be alone. Please, leave me. Zamias. Your pain, ours. We can't take it out on others, Doctor. And honestly, do you think you're the only one suffering? Naturally. Turn back. You're not alone. Miss Paquette. Oh wow, this is the first time we've seen without the mask off fully. Right?
I think so.
Not you. I never meant this for you, Doctor. I look forward to you earning my trust again. In this, you don't get a choice. I think it's time you came to your senses. Oh fuck, he just got shocked the shit out of. Now we have an understanding. Is there anything you want to tell me? Apologies are for children. I may have miscalculated. I'm not talking about Solar City, your coughing, your desperation, your desperate ambition. You owe me the truth. You'll be a better man whether you want to or not. Callous, manipulative, logical. Miss Paquette, it almost makes me proud. If the syndicate nearly finds out what nearly happened to Solar City, well, you've heard what they've planned for Mad Maggie. Some very creative punishments. You think they wouldn't do the same to you? I won't say anything, of course. Because, from now on, Doctor, you play by my rules. No, you shouldn't waste your time worrying about this old fool. But I do, Papa. I do. Okay, that was the spark. So that's why Solar City didn't get fucking nuked. Would have been great to know that beforehand when the season started up, you know. Kind of relevant lore. But no, let's hide that in the fucking Twitter posts. As if that makes sense to do.
Sometimes you gotta hide more, because it's fun to go on a hunt for lore.
And I believe there's one more that I saw. Yeah, here we go. The Sins of the Father. Which is a Gibby comic.
Gibby.
Yeah. Tina Matua, Uncle Makoa is being melodramatic again. Makoa, you heard your niece. Stop. Wait, is there another one or is this? No, this is it. Okay. Stop being melodramatic.
Hold on, before you go, look at the top comment by Diego.
Oh yeah, this is nice and all, but where's my crypto buff? Yeah. We should get a free heirlooms for that embarrassing launch to season 9. Not free heirlooms, mate.
No.
That's not free heirlooms. I'm just saying.
Maybe a few packs.
I'd say like 10.
Uh-huh.
Nick and Michael will be here any minute, and Tama refuses to come out of his room. I want everything to be perfect, but he won't. I love you, dear boy, but the way you're acting, you make Uncle Jarrett look sane. It's over, brother. I fell short. I failed all of you, but most of all, I failed myself. Life, as we know, will never be the same. Oh, wait, this is left to right, not right to left. Fucking two authors making the same two different authors making comics to the same people. I just think if Michael got to know me, things would be less awkward. And your father? If he wants to avoid Nick, that's his choice. Not everything can be saved, Makoa. It's been 14 years, and I loved Nick. You were Tama lost an arm, and you invited the man responsible to dinner. This isn't love talking, it's guilt. But you didn't steal that bike, and you need to stop punishing yourself for your ex-boyfriend's bad decisions. Anseliki, there's something I haven't told you about that night. They're here! I'll get it. I want to see Uncle Makoa's head explode. Welcome to Olympus, brothers. Thanks. I only grew up in this paradise hellhole, which you should know. So I have to ask, did you hit your head in yesterday's match? Any other memory issues? Thought you were someone else, AG. My head's fine. Logs is on straight, no time for rest. Bangalore needs a syndicate call. I swear if this is another quest for a decapitated head. Boy, you get your jump kit and Sarah's bag before I whoop your ass. It's search and rescue, not whine and complain. Nita requested you specifically. Chuckles. Okay, but the stew is simmering. Don't let that meat stay in the juices too long. Nick hates soggy Leviathan. When they get here, don't you go sticking that tongue out at me, Missy. And when they get here, you tell Nick. Tell Nick what, ow. Hi. Hair's off. Damn, just a full-on bonk. Where's Michael? He's at the Trident, unloading the bags. Oh, I can help him. You don't have to. I want to. Maybe you shouldn't. Adorable as this is, we gotta go. Go. Legend emergency. Search and rescues. You boys get settled in, and Lot Leaky will show around. And don't you worry, brother. This shouldn't take long at all. Ba-ba-ba-da. Boo! And then we have Makua. What in, good gods, what happened? We need to leave now. Samira, pack your bag. Where are Nick and Michael? In the backyard. What's got you so panicked? Tina Matua. I'm scared. It's okay, little one. I'll help you. Help! We need help! No. Not Nick. Nick, please tell me. No. 1 minute. He was... And next his eyes were bleeding. You gotta help me save Michael. Please. You gotta help me save my son. Next, the boy who hated Gibraltar. I did not think Michael was his son. That is... interesting to learn. Now, if only there was a place that chronicled this shit. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so we're on the new comic, right? Like the newest comic? Dude? Hello?
I'm
Alright, so let's just read that one in game so we don't have to deal with how clunky that UI is. Work for you? Hello? Everything good?
Hello, can you not hear me?
Now I can hear you. I couldn't hear you a second ago.
Weird, champ. I was like, I didn't move at all. I just kind of sat up a little bit instead of leaning back in my chair as much.
I don't know what to tell you, other than it just decided it wanted to cut out on you.
Weird, champ. Okay, comics.
Sorry.
Chapter dos.
Yeah, I'm opening up the game right now, so give me a sec.
Okay, I'm on the title screen. A wing and repair.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go pee real quick while you start your game. Your game takes a year for some reason.
Usually doesn't, but this time it's easy anti-cheat that's taking ages. I might have to close the game because it's being dumb. Yeah, I got a launch error. Always my favorite. Odd.
I'm back. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
I am verifying the integrity of my game files because they're behaving stupidly. Just in case it decided it crashed or something. So I guess we can read it in the very annoying way to read things, but it's better than not being able to read it at all. Or I'll read it that way, rather.
Yeah, it works. I can. Do you care if I do it through the game though, because I have access to it?
I mean, yeah, I don't know why I would care. Sorry, let me just see if I could look up the,
So we can suffer together.
yeah. Legacy Anti-Gen Apex. Let me see if there's a better upload of the comic. Yes, there is. Cool. Amazing. Thank you on Apex Legacy Apex Lore. Go sub to r/Legacy Lore. Apex Lore, rather. Because that's a great place to look, apparently. Alright. I'm ready when you are. A wing and a prayer.
Yeah. Okay. And go.
Part 2. 0917 hours. Syndicate Spin Doc, Jacob Young, and Hammond Stooge, Cheryl Amasi make contact. Wants to do their dirty work again. 16 no. 1000 hour 1006 I give up. 1006 hours. Got my team. Best of the best. And Silva. Hopefully he's useful again. 10 to 23 hours. Debrief with the teams with the foremans. Lowe's not wearing a jump kit. I call her out again. Who the fuck is Lowe? Time to look it up. I hate when they refer to characters as different names. As in Loba?
Loba?
I guess as in
Yeah,
Loba,
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Loba.
Yeah. I don't know if it's someone's last name, though, is all. Because sometimes Lowe's not like a fucking crazy last name or anything, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All game files successfully validated, so my game might just be busted. I might have to uninstall, reinstall. Fucking fantastic.
So it's like we're not playing tonight. Yikes.
I mean, I could just open the origin version of the game and see if that fixes it. Because sometimes it does.
Is that a different? Is that a different like save and stuff though?
Yeah.
Alright.
35 hours. I watched someone I care about free fall to death, and all I can think about is, please God, not again. Loba! I don't know why I can only imagine that silk screen. Oh, of course, Valk. If I knew beautiful women just fell from the sky, I would have signed up for the game sooner. I don't know who you are, but you have to let me go. How many girls have heard that? Valk? Ram! Go online for a solution.
You know each other?
Yeah. Know her. I gave her wings. We have to get everyone away from the vines. Stat. Wait a damn second. Now, Bangs. I trust this one. Evac, she wants. Evac, she gets. Later. Thanks for the live. Any sign of Silva and Gibby? Nothing, sister. Maybe he ran away. Oh, any sign of Silva, Gibby? What's gotten into that boy? Been acting odder than usual since this morning. Name's Kiari, Imara. Call sign, Valkyrie. You must stay away from the vines. You could have a fatal reaction to them. Starts with the bleeding of the eyes, 72 hours, you're in a body bag. What's the cure? That's the bad news, Sarge. I didn't ask for the bad news. I asked about the cure! Because if you're right, I got 3 days to figure out how to survive, so talk fast, new girl. Oh, fuck. That is bad to see.
Are they gonna kill off a character?
I doubt it, but I would be respect the balls. You know?
Literally imagine killing off a main character in a battle royale game. That's like killing off a Rainbow Six Siege operator.
Yeah. I would definitely be down with it, though.
So would I. Killing off Bang and then maybe figuring out something later to.
Yeah.
Because they would be losing an entire character, and her kit is really good.
Yeah, but even then, they wouldn't maybe they would just write as in-game stuff. Because, executions aren't fucking canon, stuff like that.
True.
So maybe they could just justify it as, just for the sake of character. Fuck you.
Yeah, lore-wise, she's dead. Canonically, she's dead, but in-game, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it would just be annoying as fuck to not be allowed to do anything like kill a character.
Yeah. We're gonna kill this character, she's no longer in the game.
Yeah. It'd just be annoying to have to always limit yourself to stuff like that, which I could respect. Saying, guys, it's annoying to not be allowed to do anything to characters that risk their life, so we're just gonna say, fuck it. If the situation calls for it, we murder them.
Indeed.
Alright, let me open up the origin version of the game real quick. So that would be exciting. I'm gonna end stream until I get the game